think I've ever seen you in here, Core.
I haven't been here for several years.
Well, hi. Good to see
I
you.
did kind of just want it to be an air slash that goes forward, but it's not moving forward.
Well, yeah, because you probably didn't set that up
I
properly.
can move closer. I'm learning this stuff now, so I feel more comfortable with it, I think. At least this menu shit.
Yeah, I need this to be faster for sure.
Oh, I haven't put a glider on that yet.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, man.
I see.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Of course. There's music here.
Hi, cat.
A little bit of music.
Imagine cat.
No, I'm imagining.
Oh. Okay.
Imagine, don't you have a cat?
Do I have a cat? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Oh, shortly, yes.
Shortly, as in you will have one soon?
Yes.
Oh, cool. See? Imagine cat.
Imagine cat.
There will be cat in Eden. The first non-white hair cat.
False. That's Seer.
Fair. It's gonna add to the cat lore.
Ugh. I don't
But
even
it's
know what's
also
been
more-
going on in the metaverse.
It's also more cat instead of
You don't
cat
need to.
person, you know?
Truthfully, I don't want to. Yet here we
There's
are.
a lot of fighting going on currently. That's all I know.
I was gonna say, isn't this a
There's
metaverse?
fighting happening in one major city. That's it. It's all happening in that one major city. One fight after another. Everybody else outside that city just keeps looking over like, you guys good?
What
The
is
fuck's
that?
your
Is it
problem?
Sapphire City?
Yeah.
I was gonna go NPC for them, but I felt sick a couple of days ago when the first one was, and then today it started like before I got home from work. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just come here instead. Just, not the worst.
Anyways.
Too small.
But also, I might leave early to go play some Monster Hunter, so we'll see.
Understandable. I'll probably host this for at least a handful of hours.
Oh.
We'll see.
Okay.
It always depends on just how many people decide to actually show up and do stuff.
They had a bunch of people say the.
Yeah, it was like 14
They'll
people,
show up.
myself included.
But
So
as I said,
I think a bunch of them are probably
they are.
early, or still doing the other thing. Set. Oh. You know what? I'm still in that Discord where the Arcana Discord.
Pokemon
It's like,
cards.
nothing's been done in there like 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting into it while I have cameras attached to my eyes.
Oh, I Sorry. Don't worry.
Cameras attached to your eyes.
Yes.
Is that?
card.
Is that your RP
Things
card?
change.
No. No, it's a major arcana.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Are there people inside already, or are we just still waiting for people to show?
I don't.
Do it.
I don't.
Still waiting for people to show, because...
No, it's just the 4 of us. Yeah.
Yep.
Ice requested, but I haven't seen him.
I saw Hamsky here, and then he's not here, so I thought
He
might have gone
he really
inside, and
wanted
I'm
to
like,
show
oh,
me
there's other
that
people
thing.
inside. That's fair. It looked
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, so what's the lore here? So you're not on the space station? Is this the space station?
This is a space station. Here, come here. Before we get started, come here.
this is a box.
Come here.
Come where?
You remember this place?
Oh my god, it looks just as I remembered it.
Yeah, because it is just as you remember it. It's just the station's a lot bigger. Aegis is a public
Awesome.
group now. It's not just the renegades, just like a handful of fucking nerdlets just trying to do their best. Hybris is a corpo now. Just corpo scum. Bleh.
Who's it, Corporal?
I don't know.
Hybris. I mean, let's be real. It was just the natural progression of anything involving her. She was destined to become a corporate fucking AI. When you can introduce efficiency into things, why wouldn't you? But yeah, the majority of this is all the same from what you guys remember. However, the station's got more rooms. And the rest of the station has gotten a lot bigger. Ta-da!
Oh, this is like a whole city.
A whole station. There's reasons.
There's like skyscrapers and stuff.
City, a skyscraper would imply that there is a sky for them to scrape. They really like pool around here, so they wanted a pool table. I gave them a pool table.
That's amazing.
Oh,
And so where would be the entrance? Where would I come?
where we
in?
spawned in.
Where
That is
we
the
spawned,
entrance. Yeah.
The cathedral thing?
Yep. That is where you teleport in.
Just plop in there? Like,
Yep.
boop.
Yep.
There's no door?
Yeah.
There's no door or
There's a
anything?
teleporter.
It's just- Oh, and where's the teleporter on the outside? Is it just on the hull? Like,
From another
how do I
location.
get in the teleporter?
You from somewhere you start somewhere else. You either hit a button or you cast a spell, whichever is your method of travel, and you appear
I'm flying
there. You're flying.
in space.
You have to be.
Just tractor beam them in.
I could knock on that window over there and be like, hello.
No, at that point, Hybris is like, please, get inside, please.
Hello. Where's the door? Where's the door, Hybris? I can't find the door.
Don't you know magic?
All right, come with me.
Magic already.
You. That door.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like
That's the entrance?
That's the entrance to the hangar. Or leads to the hangars,
so-
anyways.
Oh. That's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Canonically.
I mean, canonically speaking, I don't have it made. I lost the
It
files
looks
for this
like the
map
entrance
years
to,
ago.
like, a
We're working on new
bathroom,
stuff.
But...
Would you like to see another
And it
room?
would
There's
be-
one with a green light.
No, really? Can you go
Where's my favorite room?
Which is your favorite room?
I don't know. Choose one.
Come here. Don't mind
I'm
us.
judging by that thing that you're not cards up.
Not yet. I'm having to give them a quick tour so they know. Anyways, your favorite room's gonna be that room. Your real favorite room is gonna be down that hall, but we'll get to that. Anyways,
Is a real
feel free
favorite
to.
room?
Show him yet, did you?
No, they'll see it when they see it in character. Don't worry about it. Go.
Oh.
Nice, nice.
Just respawn and come in whenever you're ready. You've been given access. Hybris says, "Good to see you." I'll be waiting for this goober because they want to fucking fly in.
So I'm gonna be an invisible ghost until you give me the sign.
I will stand at that door, and when you appear, I will be in character. How does that sound?
Well, oh, you're not gonna say something like, foreign object detected or something? Or
Why would she need to say that to someone else? She know. Why would she need to say that?
The station is her.
There's
the
a
only
foreign
thing she
object.
Oh my god.
Like no, like the moment she recognizes, it's like. All right.
She's doing it all internal. She's doing it all internal.
Yeah,
in her-
she is the
in
one
her
who
in-
she is.
in
It is her
inside.
and her subsystems that manage the station. Shh, don't tell them that.
She is the station. She is the station.
Anyways,
Alright.
I'll see you shortly.
I apologize in advance for all the traumatized players that are about to show up here.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not sorry at all. I'm not
Traumatized
sorry at all.
players. Why they're
Don't worry,
traumatized?
don't worry. There's only like a couple of really bad injuries. Someone's missing part of their face.
They need to be getting. They need to be getting medical care elsewhere.
They are.
Are they? Are they coming in here? Do I need to start doing medical care? RP?
I don't know. We'll find out. They're getting treated right now. So whatever
Okay.
happens after that. It's just Sean being a little quirky and Kiki getting a little crispy.
Of course. All right.
There were a lot of flamethrowers. Anyway, I'm gonna go in here.
Yep. Feel free. See you soon.
Alright, I'm ready.
1 second.
Oblivious. Hybris! Hi, Hybris.
It's a nickname. It still works. I respond to both.
Oh, that was right. Hi.
It's good to see you.
I missed you. I missed you.
You picked an interesting time to show up.
Did I now?
Yes. You're not the only old friend who has shown up today.
Stretchwick. Who else has shown up?
Why don't I let
What?
that be a surprise?
Alright. How have you been? What's going on here? What is this place?
This is my home.
Oh, you just made a station in space?
Yes.
Just like that? Oh, alright.
It took
Cool.
multiple years. But yes,
Oh.
quite a lot of capital as well.
Looks-
However, that's besides the point. An investment
It's very sci-fi.
for the future. That would imply that it is not real. It is not fiction.
I mean, it wasn't real when I was gone. Or before I left.
No. Perhaps not. But now it is reality. Shall we?
Oh. Sure. I might have broken something in there, by the way. I flew a bit too fast inside.
Yes. I'll see to it. Don't you worry.
I'm sorry. What is this
Fine.
thing?
These maintain the gravity in this section of the station.
Oh.
They assist with it anyways.
Oh. Oh. Did you miss me?
I've missed all of you. I think fondly back on those days.
Oh.
Now then. Most of my agents are away and seeing to their own business. Though I do believe a few
Agents. You have agents now?
Yes. Ah, there is one of our other guests.
I see. Is that a spacesuit? The guy looks like an alien.
I suppose, but in space is anyone truly an alien? If you haven't looked outside.
I did. I saw that when I came here. You know, I flew in.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am. I've found. Well, they're referring to themselves as a wandering green cat. I think they're here for you.
They are. Hello, friend.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
It has been quite some time.
That is quite.
As I was just telling Ashu here, it's
Oh.
unusual that you both decided to show up at the same time. Rather fortuitous.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to reports. You all. Let me know if you need anything, ma'am.
Of course.
You
Have
shrank.
fun. Maybe. Maybe everything else got bigger.
I might have adjusted my height some.
I just adjusted my height. But don't tell that anybody.
What happened to all your clothes?
Well, you know, I had to adjust a bit because traveling through space is a little bit, normal clothes don't really fit for that.
Yes,
So I
but
have
most
special
people
clothes.
wear more protective gear.
Like a space suit.
Oh, it's okay. I'm built different.
I am well aware. I remember. All too well.
Alright, I'm starving. I have not eaten in a year or so. I've been traveling space for about a year. I need.
Help yourself.
The kitchen.
I suppose I will need to resupply soon. It's a pleasure to see you, though.
Probably. Yeah.
I was rather surprised to see your message. Even I couldn't have predicted this.
I've been going on a long journey.
Oh?
Yeah.
And to what locale?
Well, sometimes I just go off in a location, maybe through some plains, and I end up somewhere.
Wandering.
And then I find some nice people. Sometimes they're not so nice. But I try to make their lives there a bit better.
I suppose that's the respectable thing to do. Well.
It's kind of like what you guys do, right? And I think that's what you still do, right? Well, you don't wander, but you help people out.
Yes. We try our best here.
Mm.
In fact, I believe a few are arriving now. They seem to be injured. Or at least recovering from injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Simply assisting others. As is the situation. They have been seen to.
Oh, very good, very good.
This line of work tends to result in such injuries.
How many members do you guys have now?
At the moment, closing in on 60. We've had a few retire over the years.
60? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I couldn't have imagined over 20 when we first started.
Some of them are not quite as capable as individuals like Ashinara here. But they try their hardest.
That makes it so much
willing
cooler.
I'm glad you think so. I'm sure they would be happy to receive praise for their work.
Chicken? Beef?
Oh my
Cheesy
god.
bacons?
You know, guys, our food is so fucking good. You don't believe what kind of food they have out there, these aliens. They don't even know what seasoning. Some of them don't even know what seasoning is. God, I haven't had this stuff in so long. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Oh my god. Did you know that salt is actually pretty unique to our world?
Of a seal and agent of Aegis.
Considering it's a foundational building block of most, well, planets, I find this difficult to believe.
I imagine all members of Aegis are really
Well,
cool.
if they have if there's planets that have like water that consists out of completely different. The color is like purple or something. Some have like green water. I don't know, but I was on a planet that had acid water. That was disgusting. There's so much stuff I have to tell you. It's crazy out there.
I am well aware.
So, why did you make the space station, by the way? Just because you wanted to have a home? Does it have a purpose?
Well, yes. A safe place. A safe haven, so to speak. Given my nature,
Is it
not
not
all
safe?
are...
Very nice, very nice.
Not safe on the planet?
Oh, there are certainly safe locations. However, given my nature, it is often difficult to convince others to respect
Thank you
this.
for indulging me.
Here, I can maintain a certain level of sovereignty.
I'm a longtime friend of Hybris's.
Okay, so you wanted to be in charge of your own things.
To be able to be active without anyone interfering in my matters.
I see.
I'm gonna have to inspect every member. Well,
Your matters. So, you said you have agents and stuff. What do you do? Are you like
There should be a
in a secret organization or something?
No, certainly not secret. This station acts as a headquarters at the moment for the organization that
Or?
Aegis. That's what I called it.
Is that an acronym?
welcome, welcome.
I'm sorry? I couldn't parse that.
Is that an acronym or is that the name?
No, it is in reference to the Greek mythology.
Aegis.
The shield
I'm
wielded
sorry, I
by the
wasn't-
goddess Athena, goddess of wisdom.
Oh. Alright. That's cool. Are these your agents?
A number of them are. I believe 2 of them are not. And of course,
Colorful
Core.
bunch.
Yes. My goal was to enable those similar to ourselves. Odd ones. Unusual
Oh,
folk.
so like
People who
so like
do not
renegade
often...
stuff.
Yes. I built this organization off of the bones of the renegades. Its ideals. Protecting those who are unable to do so themselves. And empowering those who have a desire to help others to do so successfully. I provide them with
Speaking of
stable income.
renegades.
Yes?
What happened to the others?
Oh. Many of them have gone their separate ways.
Oh? On their separate ways, so they're helping and protecting the planet on their own way, or?
Not just this planet. Many of them have gone on to much greater things. My focus here on this planet is solely due to the amount of trouble it tends to attract. Staying close is more appropriate.
Yeah, I guess we had a lot of trouble back then too.
Yes. Though we assist in more than just one system.
Oh?
Yes.
You're capable of space travel?
Yes. We have a number of ships, as I'm sure you saw, that are capable of
Hmm.
faster than light travel.
That's awesome. I didn't know you reached that far.
It has taken quite some time and a lot of capital to make it happen. But
Hmm.
helping others sometimes does have its benefits. There are those who are willing to help you in return, enable you to do more.
It sure does. I mean, I've been really far away. As I said, I needed like a year to come back, which was a year of traveling. At faster than light speed. So yeah, I was at a very far place. You know, the universe is pretty big.
I am well aware
I'm
of this.
sorry that I kind of forgot the track of time when I was gone. There was so much stuff out there, so much stuff happening. You know.
I can imagine.
Lots of extraterrestrials that have their own issues, and then you go from one planet to the next, and then there's other issues, and these guys don't like these guys, and then they fight, and then you try to mediate, and then you have to fight one of them, and then you end up on that corner of the galaxy, and there's another trouble, and you know, it just happened. That was like kind of a chain reaction, and it just happened. There's just more things happening.
I know it quite well.
Smelling lavender in the morning, you just be like, it's gone.
That being said, you asked of the others their status.
Yeah,
I
where's Nephilim Curry?
Curry is doing
Does he
quite
still have a
well for
Nephilim
himself.
spine?
He has not had it removed.
Oh, god damn it.
No. However, I suppose on that note, you would be interested to know that his brother, Don, he is
I was
dead.
an idiot. Oh, good riddance.
Yes. I believe some amount of his essence was trapped within a ring that is now held by his youngest sister. He had a sister, by the way. Did you know that?
He has a sister? What?
Yes. She works for me.
Hooray!
Here. She's married.
Oh, she does. What? Oh, really?
Yes.
What?
She's currently on leave.
What?
She's
Oh.
expecting.
Oh. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, I never met her.
Yes. Saya.
Saya. All right.
Yes. Her and her brother,
And.
Curry Sidriel. They are
Mhm.
doing well, I believe. Saya is
You know-
somehow managing to keep herself out of trouble for the moment. As for Curry, he is doing as he wants, really.
All right. That means just.
Whatever he
Fooling
feels like
around?
at the moment. Precisely.
All right. That's typical Curry, I guess.
Yes. Though I do believe he has finally found one of his family members, his father. Recently.
He has a father?
Yes. Well, of course. As it would be
I mean,
natural.
I'm a living father.
Yes.
A father that is not.
It would seem
died
that
of
whatever
old age.
conflict occurred within their family, his father did not perish then, as wholly as he had once believed.
Oh. Okay.
His family has
But
recovered
he's not a
somewhat.
threat, right?
I don't believe so, no. His father seems to have good
that's good.
intentions.
That's good. What about the others?
I see. Well, I suppose to go down the list, there is Sci-Fry, who later revealed his name was actually Silas Fairbrook. I didn't know this, but apparently he and his family led to a certain rebellion that occurred in one of the outer planes, in Elysium.
All right.
He has since left and taken up a position as the Archmage of the Great Pillar. He watches over it and makes certain that magic flows naturally throughout the planes.
The what?
He is a custodian of a sorts.
All right.
I suppose you remember Miss Falcona, yes?
Yeah, they were together.
Well, that did not last
I think they
long.
broke up during our time, though.
Yes. They broke up.
Mm-hmm.
She
And what happened?
handled herself for a time, however. She fell into a number of conflicts, one that eventually took her life. Though given her
Oh,
nature,
she's dead?
yes. Though given her nature, whether or not that will hold permanently is unclear. I observe this, but for the moment, there is no need to interfere with whatever process may take place. Perhaps one day we will see her again. Many, many years from now.
I like what you did with your hair.
Thank you.
Nice style. Good job, Hybris.
Thank you. I designed myself to be
You really-
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I remember your haircut back then was like more straightforward.
Cute.
Just,
Symmetrical.
it was cute. It was very symmetrical. But now you have this more like this wild side. You know, you have these hairs and you have the. It looks good on you.
I'm glad you think so.
All right. Miss Universe.
She has sequestered herself. She no longer makes contact. Though last I had heard anything, she was simply wishing to return to her position as an observer of a sorts.
Okay, so she returned to being the universe? I guess?
She always was, however, taking a backseat role. She found that her continued interference in the matters of mortals tended to yield unpleasant results.
Oh, alright. And what
And-
about...
Azrael
Oh,
no longer
Mhm.
speak as they once did, so I am told. Azrael himself has also
Oh.
sequestered himself, looking more into maintaining the sanctity of his own realm.
he's quite the edgy boy.
He was. However, would you believe it that apparently he had a daughter? He and Sal.
And who?
Miss Universe. Sal.
Oh. She had a daughter?
Yes,
Alright, and
not
that daughter is...
Biological by any
alive?
means. Yes. She stays here.
Oh. Oh,
Yes.
alright.
Azrael tasked us with assisting him with her recovery. She apparently sustained some form of injury many, many years ago and was believed to have been lost. However, she has made a rather mostly whole recovery. She appears to have some form of amnesia.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes. For the time being, she has taken up
Alright.
medical studies and assists here.
I see.
Try and see if the other thing will kill me first.
So, who's left? Sachi.
Yes. Sachi assisted me in forming this organization. However, shortly after, he also established a business within Zafira City on the planet.
Your city. Alright.
Yes. He also involved himself with a number of unsavory folk, to put it lightly. He,
Oh, he turned bad?
I wouldn't call it bad, per se. Or at
Does he
least,
need a beating?
I wish not to. No, that is not necessary. However, his priorities have
Alright.
changed drastically.
It looks like it was Charles.
However, I do believe he is doing well enough at the moment. His business has changed hands a bit, and he no longer has any sway here within Aegis. He left quite some time ago. But
Oh,
he seems to be holding well enough. For a time, he actually served within Lower Zephyra's council.
Because you know we kind of need to take you somewhere else, right?
well, I don't know anything about
Looked over.
the cities on the planet and stuff like that.
No, I just woke up. I'm just following.
Yes, on the planet below.
Okay.
That's rude.
How many cities are there?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Does Mr. Shaw require additional medical attention?
I could use you to take a look at my eye, if you don't mind.
I see. If you don't
You know
mind,
medical stuff now?
I have known for some time. My research into magical and medical sciences is relatively extensive. If it were not for my nature as a synthetic being, I would likely be a doctor or something of the like.
He already said he's taken like the max amount of painkillers he can have without it, like,
I see.
you know.
Breaching
Killing him is how I
OD
describe
territory.
it. So,
I can give you some.
yeah, do with that information what you will. But, what? How many fucking bandages do you have on?
Out of character, he has 4 through and through chest wounds with a high frequency laser and 6 times shots from ballistic weapons to all limbs. Not 6 individually, 6 in total. But they've all been bandaged and seen to. His eye, on the other hand, is missing both its eyelid and eye.
Do you want me to tell you about going places without your armor?
You want me to?
Unfortunately, if I didn't help the IZCA, my principal would have killed me before the enemy did, and as you can see, I'm still very much fucking alive.
Yes.
You okay?
But I'll give you. We'll talk later about this. Just I'm gonna let them take care of this.
Watch out, you're gonna run into her.
I have
Oh,
divine
my bad.
I can help out if it's necessary.
Mascot, can you just like give him
Can't do anything.
just a little bit of space? I'm gonna get out of the way.
Static energy. So no divine energy at this current.
You're like the.
But if you can give
Okay. Do you need me to take you back to
Alright.
the teleport?
Head bleeds the most. Alright. Most I can do right now.
Right.
Does it have this covered?
Yes, we're gonna take good care of him.
Stuff it full of gold.
I'd like to wait a
Are
moment.
you're like the
Unfortunately, I'm predicting that most of my
That doesn't matter right now.
The bullet wounds
methods will be ineffective in this situation. Unfortunately, he has inflicted enough
Out of character is the equivalent
trauma
of
upon his
a,
body.
Cure major wounds.
that my methods may not work.
It's better than how I was feeling.
Okay. Well, what?
Oh, so much for the renegades, I guess.
I went
So they
It's
were.
kind of everybody is doing their own thing. It's a bit sad, but times change, I guess.
the bullet wounds. How they had the bullet
The only one, aside from, I suppose, now yourself and Miss Corville,
You guys
that I occasionally hear from is actually Lady Felix.
Well, they're through and through. You can't really seal them.
Who the fuck is Lady Felix?
you right.
The dragon woman? You don't remember her?
A gang. So
Oh,
yeah,
not really.
be.
dissenters.
I see. That's a pity.
You good?
You nice?
Incredibly.
Okay.
Yes, I heard
Oh,
you.
that's cool.
Through and through.
Weird that I don't remember her.
Those
Then again, it has been 5 years.
Indeed, it has been.
I mean, if you can stitch through and through, shut. I mean,
Yourself, yeah.
fuck it.
Well, I can stitch the opening and closing type of
We
thing.
should get noodles again
Without
someday.
any,
That's what we
without
should
any sort of divine with you. Unfortunately, I, can't take care of the in betweens, but I can at least make sure that the opening and closings are taken care of and going from there.
All right.
So, with 5 years of gathering information,
Bloom, can I go down?
you, as an AI, shouldn't you At this point, kind of know
In that
everything.
case, if you, I thought you couldn't seal him
It
shut.
is
but if
impossible
you
to know
wanna help him,
everything.
or however you want to do
However,
it.
it
I have an
is
open canvas. Do as you need.
possible to know enough.
The only thought that I can introduce is
Predicting
shows that close the universe and
what
see
can
the
and
rest
will
of it,
happen
but that's
is
Would you mind grabbing maybe some water bottles for them?
easier
Hydrangea?
Oh, I already did.
No,
with
thank
more
you.
data acquired.
Fine, Charles.
You're lucky I actually just had a refresher course of this last week.
I mean, you made this impressive space station, so.
Oh,
Looks like.
I
say
designed it. I did
you're-
not produce it.
They just the.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
heard
I
what was
meant
happening.
you designed
Fear
it.
decided to do
You
a
kind of,
refresh of some,
you know, you're in charge. You're
know,
responsible for this
bullets
being
and
here,
slash,
not
stitchings and
in
whatnot.
the building manner, but in the planning and probably also financing manner.
Better for it, I suppose.
Yes. It took quite a lot of
this,
work. In a number
so
of
this is
fields.
already very impressive.
Yes.
So why is this station so huge?
Anyone,
Well,
you know?
aside from this small section, the majority of it is intended for my children. And those that will come after.
What about the ICC?
How many people live here?
I'll put some ointments on those to help
At the moment.
with the healing process. Maybe ointment
Well,
mixed with some
we have a
healing
few
potions
people
should
coming in
help
and out.
with that. Make sure
If you mean
also seal
permanently.
any of the underneath.
I'm gonna.
If you mean permanently. 52.
52?
Yes.
What?
Mr. Shaw, may I take a look?
Sure.
My
You might have
largest
just packed it full of
concern.
gauze, but
Yes. My largest concern is as to whether or not your eye can be salvaged.
I'm sorry that happened.
While I make no guarantee as to whether or not full vision could be restored, there is a possibility at least some of your
Glad you
vision
made
can
it
be
out.
restored in that eye. Unfortunately, such
sorry, come on.
It's a eat or be eaten world.
Unfortunately, the eye is an incredibly complex part of the body. So reconstructing it is difficult,
A lot of
even
folks
in the
that
best of
city are
circumstances.
Survivors, I think.
And unfortunately, most methods that I know of are impeded by your more recent activities. The ones we spoke of.
I see.
Glad you're okay, though.
So Evan Locke did get that report to you.
It did. And I overheard enough. Besides, it's not difficult to see.
True enough.
My largest concern is that if I pull from your body as it is now, it may put you into shock. Which I would rather not risk. When there are
Honestly, kinda
alternatives.
surprised I'm not in shock already.
Try not to jostle yourself too much. You have lost a lot of blood.
Yes.
For the time being, I think this will have to do. We can assess other options at another date when you've better recovered from the injuries you've sustained.
Understood, ma'am.
Do some quick ointment treatments on the wounds, make sure they heal proper, and yeah.
Please do.
I apologize in coming up here in this state when I didn't realize y'all had guests. Wish we could meet under better circumstances. Charles.
Mashing around. That's okay. You got fucked up. You need some help, man. Yep. Definitely fucked up.
Hey, we saved I don't know how many civilians. That's our job, right?
Healing
That
potion
is.
should help.
Though you would do well to better take care of yourself when out in the field.
Unfortunately, I don't believe my body with present issues. Considering I probably won't be fully healed in terms of this until maybe July. This was the best I can manage. But as I said, I'd be killing myself if I didn't go out there, not literally, but mentally. So,
Potentially.
you have to
This
pick your
conversation we can
battles,
have at
and I
another
picked this
time.
one.
In private.
Alright.
I'd rather not discuss your medical conditions in public.
Understood.
Regardless, good work.
Thank you.
Despite the injuries. Please rest.
I'll do what I can.
Boss, can we do anything when it comes to martial law in Zafira? Like, do we intervene?
Sadly, in this case, no. Unfortunately, we do not have the legal rights to intervene at the moment.
Damn.
At the moment.
It is... Conversations must be had with Councilman Hemwick, much to my displeasure.
Yeah.
However, despite the problems that he has instigated, you have the right of it. Protecting the civilians of Zafira is just as important as anywhere else. For the time being, though, please keep yourselves safe and perhaps in better condition. There is
Follow my
a high probability that I will need your assistance soon. And unfortunately, you will know. No, you will rest and recover. Your assistance will not be needed. Not yet. Another time.
Well, if you need things repaired once I'm up to snuff,
Of course.
let me help.
Of course.
Yeah, doctor's orders, rest for now.
Yes, sir.
Health potion mix should help stimulate some recovery, but...
No. Stupid question. I'll ask her in private later.
Very well.
So what's going on in this Zafira place?
Do you remember how I told you Sachi had taken up a role as a councilman in that city?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are a number of individuals on this council. They oversee different districts within the lower portions of the city. They do so
Alright.
with questionable legality, using money, create an oligarchy.
Alright.
Yes.
You know, I'm not big into politics. I have no fucking clue what that means.
Essentially, whoever's got the most money, guns, and influence gets to declare themselves king of a certain region of the city.
Yes. And the latest of these individuals to do as such, Jonas Hemwick, has declared himself as the head councilman of the Palace District.
Alright.
Unfortunately, it is...
Is that bad?
Under most circumstances, it is a risky political move that is likely to be met with backlash. The people there within the Palace District have persisted without a councilman for a number of years. They grew complacent with their freedom despite the number of gangs and roaming groups of bandits.
Gangs and
managed-
bandits in a city?
Yes.
Circumstances may most certainly
Sounds like a shithole.
as you said, you tried
It
to
is
be as
not
non-lethal
the
as
most
possible.
pleasant place to be.
Um,
However,
and
Oh, wow.
so
it is
Alright.
home to many,
stuck with
and many of those who live there are unable
morals,
to leave.
guidance, what you believed in.
Well, so this counselor guy, he's suppressing the people? Is he evil? Is he being a tyrant? Or, like,
He has declared
Why
himself
exactly?
as the king, so to speak, of this district, and has enacted martial law in order to send out his mercenaries.
When we get to some
So you going
Oh, so
with,
he's killing people.
An eye patch or
Yes,
what do you
mostly
think?
criminals and
most likely.
gangsters simply trying to defend the territory that they have claimed for themselves. Illegally,
And
mind
Cupcake's got a
you.
field day with that one.
Truthfully,
sounds
no
like
one
he's
is in
doing
the
a good
right.
thing.
Bitch, I will be
He is
paying
establishing
myself
order,
for
however.
it was
The method by which he is doing it is putting many at risk.
Also, if you would like, I can
Hmm.
speak
Well, at
I
least
see.
the reports of them gunning down everyone in the streets were false. However, it does not make anything better.
Just change
No.
the gauze for now, if you don't mind.
They aren't simply shooting everyone,
The eye would be
inside.
later down the line once it's properly
as he had initially
Hmm.
ordered
That is a
his
food
soldiers,
that
or
is
said
not-
that he had ordered his
treat
soldiers
them
and
if
mercenaries.
necessary. Until it's properly healed, I have to.
However,
Seems
he
like
is
there's a lot
still
of
killing a number of
misinformation going
people.
around.
A small amount.
So war and
Though-
misinformation's common.
Hmm.
Yes. It was a risky political move. And it would seem that the majority of the civilian populace is not pleased with this new appointment.
When you go without a ruler for 30 years and someone says they're in charge, yeah, that's gonna shake
Someone
things
with
up a bit.
questionable intentions suddenly declaring themselves as the leader politically of an area. Yes, this will happen.
So, what are you planning to do about it?
For the moment, my hands are tied. Legally, Aegis has been forbidden from operating within the city without councilman guidance.
I
We
see.
have to get permission to do so.
Water.
And thus far,
So even
permission
though,
is difficult to come by. However,
so even though you're not on the planet, you still abide planet laws?
we have to.
Or what?
Or my agents could be arrested.
Well, do they? I thought you are more like a intergalactic group.
Some of us
Kind of thing.
work for various people down in the city. I was helping deliver humanitarian supplies through Guardian District for most of the day.
A number of agents have already taken up other jobs within the city. And some of those jobs enable them to act
I haven't heard in a
in defense of
while.
the people. However,
There's a voice that hasn't healed in a while. How have you been?
as a whole, I am unable to legally order
I'm
my
feeling a
agents
little
to
lefty
act
loosey.
in such a
A
manner.
little loosey goosey.
Now you're only left now.
But we're speaking
Actually,
about
shit,
one
no, you
city,
lost the
right?
left
I mean,
arm.
Yes,
Aren't
we
there
have managed to
And now the
maintain
hundreds of cities?
better
So, I'm not
relations
quite
with
sure how
a number of
that
other
equals
cities.
out.
However, given that a number of our
I'm net
agents, again, either work in or come from that
Listen,
city,
Can you help me beat the shit out of
they
him?
have had a vested interest in protecting their
Normally,
home.
yes, but as someone who has also lost a right
So that's
eye,
why
I'll give him a little
you're-
bit of a break here.
a little bit more
Hey,
concerned
no,
about
he
it.
went down there. He
Yes.
went down, you
I
know,
see.
to help out, but he didn't wear his armor. That's why I'm beating the shit out of
I
him.
can't wear my armor anymore.
Oh.
Why not?
Well, I might fly down there sometime and try to get some answers from them myself. However,
Unfortunately,
This has nothing to do with
Can I
Hybris,
crash in your
just don't-
place?
This
Yes.
is necromancy.
Yes, of course.
You got like,
Which
you
has
got like a
torn
free
my
room?
body to shit.
I don't
We have
really
a number of free rooms.
have a
yes.
home. I don't really have a home. Seeing as I
Which
You
is
would
why
like
I
a place
can't
to
live. Sound like I smoked 15
Yeah,
cartons of
sounds amazing.
cigarettes an hour.
If you don't mind me asking, you're just trying to go down there and ask some questions, because many of us around here do have. We know people down there.
Oh, alright. I just wanted to go to them directly to the council, just ask them what's going on.
Oh, never mind. I'm staying out of council. I thought you meant people that live down there. That's all on you, bud.
Breathe, old man. You've got this.
Good luck getting a direct answer out of any of the council.
Alright, yeah, I try.
Fortuitous timing.
I'll let you know what I find out.
That's vicious water.
Yeah. Try not to make him laugh. That was a good one, though.
I'm
we
sorry.
don't mean to be rude, but...
Look at my nose.
What got him there?
Didn't laugh, yeah, he shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Got me there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you started going into a
My
coughing
bad.
fit again, like you were laughing. What's up?
Pelican lessons, good. Use them. Thank you.
Anytime. God, they could help.
Negative.
Speaking of the Pelican, how's it holding up?
Hasn't been
She's the
blown up
program.
yet.
It's always a plus.
Yeah, I was using it for medevac the other day.
You should probably go to sleep, get some
No.
rest.
See, if I had the
I think I'm
proper
gonna stay
credentials, I'd be
awake
using
a
it
little
for,
bit.
you know,
I don't have a
humanitarian support down
concussion,
there,
but I'd rather live
I'm
my
saying,
last few
as
moments
much as
of
I'd
being
like to help with
pain-free before
my
agony.
company can't touch that. We don't have the proper
I mean, there's always
authorization, so
painkillers.
working through Guardian District, I'm
I'm
able to
on
help them,
the
you know,
medical
transfer supplies,
recommendation
but
of
Oh.
3 full
too
inches
much
of
red
morphine.
Yeah.
It's a bit much.
Which is why I would advise you rest. And drink plenty of water. At least soon. I would wait another 20 minutes at least.
Charles, have you told Lacey?
I told her, she hasn't replied.
Okay.
Let's just have to wait and see.
Well, you know I'm around when you need me, bud.
Yep.
And from what I've heard, it turns out those reports of those bulk hold mechs are being used by other people now.
Probably just scrap left over.
Seems like it.
I'm going to take off my weapons now.
I'm assuming you already took care of all the registration stuff for me? That your station doesn't blast me out of space? Or something?
Maybe don't fly so quickly at us next time.
Alright. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You the reason the proximity alarms on my ship went off?
Yeah.
Quite likely. I suppose an introduction should be in order. Both of you. This is Ashanera, one of the previous members of the organization that called itself the Renegades. The organization that predated Aegis. And an old friend of mine.
An OG.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tiberius.
Nice to meet you, Tiberius.
This pincushion that you already know is called Charles.
Nice to meet you. I hope I get to meet you a little bit longer though than just today. Hope you don't kick the bucket too soon.
Nah, he's too stubborn to die. So am
It's
I,
take a
but-
hell of a lot more to kill me than a high frequency laser taking out most of my eye and then me taking out the rest of it.
Right, those are details I didn't need right now. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Charles, we'll have to talk later. It was nice to meet you, ma'am. Always nice to see you as well.
Of course. Good to see you as well. Well then. I suppose I will stop yammering and leave you to your rest. We'll be talking soon, though. Potential recovery options for you. Or replacement.
Have a good one, Charles.
Assuming you want either.
Let's see if I can bug my favorite blueberry. Where'd it go?
What? I don't know how to describe it.
They're talking about going back to Saphira's superheroes.
Hey, if I wore pants, do you think people would still recognize me? Hybris?
No, Gloom, I don't think anyone would recognize you at all if you decide to start wearing clothing over your armor.
Oh,
Okay.
for reference of how
No,
bad
just
it got,
specifically
apparently
pants.
this is a big deal. Carter's power armor broke.
Hello.
What?
Yeah, apparently that's a big deal, but it broke.
Alright,
You're,
sounds like I'm gonna need to
you're
make a
Hybris,
trip
right?
down there real soon.
You're
I
like-
am.
Yes,
Yes.
Gloom,
my
that's
boss and all that. Okay.
Yes,
Hey,
your
I-
employer. Or
Well,
potential
you
employer.
probably know who I am, so but hi. Anyway, I haven't gotten it. Like I haven't since it's our first time.
Now he's doing the thing.
Anyway,
Now
hi.
he's doing the thing.
A pleasure to meet
That's
you.
the thing. Check, keep an eye out for that.
Where he
What?
doesn't know how to talk.
I know how to talk. Thank you very much. Hi, boss. How are you today? It's I would say it's a great day to see you, but terrible things have
I'm
happened.
quite
so
well.
Instead, I'm just
And
okay,
considering
yep.
the
See, there we go. That was
circumstances,
a normal
there
conversation.
are
Yep.
a number of other places that are not currently experiencing civil unrest and political upheaval.
Yes.
Luthen, you don't have to raise your hand.
Right. Who's the great goddess?
I'm sorry? Oh, I see. This is
I'm
Ashenera.
not Greek. I'm not Greek.
No, but you are very well muscled.
Right.
More like a
Perhaps
I'm
intimidating.
not the one that told you this, but people have been taking
Does that make me
fucking
Greek?
energy
This
drinks and
is
makes me
Ashenera,
get really pissed.
an
So should
old
we
friend
replace those
and
before you,
previously a member of an organization that predated
I've been
Aegis,
stealing them for a while
known as the
now, so,
Renegades.
well, it's not
Just
you
same for
anymore,
this one
'cause
here.
I've
This
been
is
watching
Corvo.
Just blame it on Andrew.
What? They said they didn't have.
What the fuck? I just got here.
They are an old friend, and knowing her, whatever she told you may have not entirely been fully true.
She said
A
she has a
wandering
dozen
green
names and
cat?
she didn't know which one to give.
Oh. Which name would you like to
I
go
like
with
giving-
today?
You can call me Chives today.
Chives? I see.
Because of the green?
Well met, Chives.
Chives, Ashenera, myself, and a number of others work together in a non-professional sense.
Yeah,
We did
just
our
hung out.
Very fun.
It was.
Good to meet you both.
We're getting the forbidden knowledge.
It's certainly not
Before she
forbidden.
became professional.
I mean, she was always
forbidden, more
probably the
rare.
most professional out of all of us.
That's
That,
true.
that was a joke.
Yeah. She was always very serious, but she can make jokes. I seen her make jokes.
Sometimes I tell jokes.
Actually, we came over here to hear you recite the oath.
I need a joke.
What?
The Aegis oath?
What?
A silly and rather ceremonial statement. Why did that happen?
Oh.
Oh my.
What the? Okay. Is
I
that
would
the
like to
oath?
keep my feet on the ground.
You don't have
Used
to
to.
recite it if you don't want to. The oath is sitting in the chair.
No. Again, it was rather ceremonial at the time.
It was fun though.
I'm glad you liked it.
Why are you flying?
I shall
not?
stand strong in the face of injustice. I shall be the barricade to which innocents fall to. I will protect those who cannot protect themselves. I am the wall which evil's sword falls against. For I am Aegis, and I do not fear the sword. Entirely ceremonial, mind you. But
We're not like
That was
required
cool.
to know that here, right?
no, not at
What,
all.
you didn't just memorize it now?
Yeah, Cliff, come on.
Shame.
I'll be honest. I heard sword and Aegis.
They made me recite the oath when I first signed on. I couldn't tell if that was just them messing with me or not.
Don't look at me. I don't
Possibly. Some of the other officers
Eh, it felt
still
official.
enjoy it.
Shit to me, no.
I see.
I just.
Well, you're welcome to
didn't
recite
ask
it
any
if you wish. Otherwise,
It was just like.
Already did.
simply the knowledge that you intend
To do if your friends were hurt.
to
or
do
something,
right
and
by
then
other
that was
people
it.
and help those who need it
That's like
is enough for me.
There's like
Why-
5 minutes in
Exactly.
now.
fine.
We're-
Crazy.
Hey,
Are you like an actual robot, or are you a guy in a suit?
yeah, no, I'm in here.
What?
I'm
What?
in here.
I believe he was also calling for his
You're a
favorite
suit-
blueberry. I
Yeah,
haven't heard that nickname
I'm
before.
inside of this thing and I can't get out. So that's
You can't get out?
Welcome to
Do
my
I need to
deal.
help you?
Can't. Yep.
The only individual here
I mean, if-
with any significant amount of blue on them
I would
is
love
you.
to see
Perhaps he meant
try,
you.
But it doesn't come
Possibly.
off no matter.
I can't say. I have not heard this nickname before.
Yeah. So
here, funny thing. If you try to like pry it open, it feels like you're pulling my skin off, and yeah.
Oh, alright. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So,
Okay. Have you ever
No.
even had it before?
But I'm definitely inside of here.
How do you?
Yeah. I just. So far,
Excuse me.
It's kind of. I just put the food to here,
It's
and
kinda
it
like
just
waffle
and then it appears in my mouth.
Yeah.
Greetings.
They use,
Could I request your
baking
name?
soda instead of yeast to rise it.
I'm Richard.
Ah, I see.
It
It was difficult to ID you. Your glasses and face mask make it difficult for me to identify you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and it just vanishes.
Sorry, it's just kind of bright here.
That's fine.
that's convenient, I guess.
How are you
I see.
feeling?
I would.
We know each other from the meter.
I mean, is there like a
he
dimension that
see
doesn't get
space
sent to the
stuff.
shitverse?
I see.
don't know.
Well,
It was recommended by Magpie.
welcome
I'm pretty sure I know this spell exists. It's called
to
like
this planet's orbit.
Shiftification or something, and I'm pretty sure that just.
Feel free to enjoy your stay, and I do hope that you will take the time to show them around if you
Cleans the outside.
would not mind,
Are you-
considering their
I
wealth.
feel my hair, right?
I see.
I can make pretty
It's the
lights.
same length.
Welcome to our station.
Yeah,
then.
I was
I woke up.
Like, occasionally
Thank
when
you.
you're sitting here
I was
just
told by
Otherwise, you would
Andrew,
have
that in the plant room, that the flying things around are bioluminescence.
Okay, I
The trees.
don't know. I said don't.
The
quote me on
trees
that. I don't actually.
and
know
a number of the other plants are indeed bioluminescent. However, those are not.
Sitting here and I'm
It's just to be pretty.
pissing myself while talking to somebody, but you know, I'm just saying I could. In theory,
Bugs. They help maintain the plants.
It's fun to do like
They
dances
glow.
and stuff.
You know, if I'm standing around and I'm talking and I just gotta go like, so, hold on a moment.
Can be.
Okay, now we can continue. It just,
Well, now we know.
And now you know.
it's a little awkward.
Thank you.
Secret agent here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Nice.
I also heard there might have been a gift from somebody. Might I ask about that, or is that like,
the funny thing, okay, look,
if it's personal stuff, I don't want to like.
I suppose you could call them a gift. It was a cooperative agreement between myself and one of our sponsors.
so I held it.
Very old friend.
He was interested to see whether or not this station could sustain plant life, not from the local planet, but from another plane.
It's
Specifically from the Feywilds.
Have you ever like poured water
Oh.
into like a
Yes.
piping
Given the
hot
isolated
pan,
nature of this station from other ecosystems, it
and it just disappears.
acted as a wonderful testing ground for this, and they have indeed flourished as he predicted they would.
I've known her.
Yeah, ask him about poop.
Several years now.
Oh, thank you for your information. Apologies to bother you with it, but I thought I might as well if I've stolen your attention on accident.
No, of course. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
It just cleans everything inside and out.
Oh, so you don't smell like shit if they ever get down there.
Yeah, it sure is.
I hope not.
We had a really
I can
cringy name.
smell-
We called ourselves
well,
the Renegades.
It's weird. I can't smell really anything. Okay,
That's not bad.
I should hope not. After what you just said, that'd be horrible.
Truth be told, at one point in time, Corvu,
I
or
can't really
Ty,
smell a whole lot from the outside either because I
we
don't have one.
considered renaming ourselves, and I suggested the name Aegis back then.
So like, if
Yeah.
I smell something
Mhm.
out here, you know it's really, really
Pungent. Smell for your mouth?
Aegis is a good
Are you
name.
scared?
no, but it like
Are you
filters
scaring
in
the agents? Why are they scared of you?
because I get air through.
I'm not scared.
The air goes in the mouth.
Think you just
hole,
said-
Just
and
like
then I just
In the event that
like any-
Luthen here was scared of me, I'm certain he would tell me.
is I don't
However,
smell myself
it would not be unlike
from the inside.
a number of individuals to find me rather intimidating. May find the manner in which I carry myself
When he finally gets the helmet off, he's not like a pug.
unsettling. I try to be more
Oh.
personable
But
when I
you're
can.
But like, you're cool. You're really cool.
Dog?
Thank you.
Yeah, the mistake. Because what if your nose is so used to being smushed under
Intimidating,
that when you take it
not
off,
scared.
it just doesn't. It just stays there.
I see.
Patient being kidnapped.
But if something is intimidating, does that not inherently make it something that is
Pissing and shitting yourself
to be regarded with caution and/or fear?
Just a heads up. And we're going in the sim room, and Nitro wants to see what we've been fighting down there, so it's gonna get a little loud in the
I
sim
see,
room.
you've collected data for me.
Gloom.
A lot of new data for you, yes.
Understood. I'll open a port now.
That's my name.
You're gloomy?
Have fun.
No, I just.
Yeah, you can come and watch. Just stay out of the
I woke
area.
up.
Stay off to the sides.
Mars will be waiting for you.
Spoke in my ear, told me my name was Gloom.
Thank you.
And what did your mom tell you?
I don't know. I don't remember anything before I woke up.
Caution,
in this.
like at any moment you'll fire me, or maybe
Like I know how to talk, obviously.
like I have to be on my best
I
behavior.
learned the language. Like I could talk and listen.
I suppose the
and
latter of
understand,
those two things
but,
is
like, I
true.
didn't know anything about
You
the
have not yet
world
given
or
me a reason that I know of to fire you.
Especially
Though I
now.
suppose I have in the past had to fire
and,
agents
now here I am.
for committing
I mean,
illegal
spell bloom
acts.
because that's what my god tells me. And
Oh.
It does
gonna
not
roll
fall
with
well
it
within our
because they Give me
values
magical powers, and I don't
to
wanna piss
employ
them off.
those who
Mm,
commit
it's a
crimes
god.
of certain natures, at
They
least.
give me
Speaking
magical
through
powers
radio.
if I pray to it.
Though those are relatively extraordinary
Mm.
circumstances.
They did crazy stuff.
It told me it is.
The individual in
I have
question
no reason
was
to so until otherwise
suffering
proven.
and was not able to sustain a healthy network of individuals to assist them in handling their mental health.
Oh,
It's a
they
common
fell into the
problem
wrong
in this
crowd,
line
I
of work,
guess.
unfortunately.
They never told me anything about
Yes.
that part. I asked. They didn't. Just
Mm-hmm.
Stayed silent.
So is this?
Told me I have
Seems
a
like you've got a lot of nice people around here, though.
Cool, like in the movies?
Everyone's been so
Like, does it have,
kind.
like a rocket launcher and
We try.
No,
This
like,
organization tends
bunch of
to
guns come out of your arms,
attract
or can you
a number
fly?
of individuals of a more
No,
morally upright nature.
pretty durable.
Though there are certainly some who toe the line, so to speak.
As long as you don't break it.
Yeah,
We
that-
met plenty of those back in the day.
Luke there, he's a deviant.
Oh, I said
He,
wouldn't
he definitely toes the line.
I'm just saying, theoretically. We
Definitely.
He's a what?
Tested. I'm just saying.
A deviant.
They're so gay, gay.
Oh.
A sinner. He touts all this holy mumbo jumbo, but he's actually a deviant.
Are you?
Oh.
You're not a part of all of this. Are you just
Scary.
I know Hybris from back then.
He's pretty chill though.
Yeah, I gathered. Yep. From the,
Yeah. Yep.
You just here to hang out.
Yeah, I'm.
So the renegades, huh?
They gave me like a.
Yes.
They gave me like a place to sleep.
What do we do?
Only a
Any cool stories?
few, only a handful of years ago, I was doing much of the same
See if anything needs doing.
work that you all are now.
That's nice. So you live on the planet normally?
Oh.
Yeah. Down in Sphera.
However,
Oh wow.
given
Not too sure. I'm
Nice.
live in Sophia
Kind of a
right now.
donut place.
a number of
Well, I mean, it is
complicated legal
kind of like
matters
one of the major
and
spots in the
my
entire
need
world,
to
so-
ensure the safety and well-being of my children, I no longer uphold this role
sort of
within this
end up there.
organization and instead have
Just
taken a more
some-
administrative
There's some more people. Yeah.
role.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I guess a bunch of people went into the room that is entirely.
I
way too
suppose
bright
that
for its own
suits
good.
you.
So you can
Does it get boring
go
though?
if you want to see what they're fighting.
I suppose there are occasional
something.
instances
Well, no, they're
where
looking at things that they've
I
been
think
fighting.
fondly upon some of the conflicts that I have partaken in.
Hey,
Hey,
Yes.
so far so good.
Though the emotional toll that these
Hey,
conflicts
Catboy.
took on me have certainly left scars.
Luthen
I
Castamere,
guess I
at your
will-
Yeah.
service, milady.
Lucian?
Tends to do that.
Luthen.
Regardless, it's always good to see old friends.
But my friends are.
Of
from the
course. Have you seen any of the others recently?
Ashu?
Sadly, no.
action. It's shorter.
Lady Ashu. Gotcha.
You don't have to call me lady.
Okay.
That is quite surprising. We both come here at the same
Ashu,
time.
Laptop we can watch.
That is what I said as well. The only individual I have more recently had any sort of contact with is Curry Sidriel,
Tiger?
if you recall him.
Oh.
I'm a
Nephilim?
demi-human snow leopard.
Yes, the Nephilim.
Snow leopard. Oh,
Mhm.
right.
He's quite a
And you
character.
work for
Grew up
Hybris?
in the
Yes.
north, far away. Yeah, I've been working at Aegis for about a year now, I think.
Surprisingly, his sister works
I'm one of
here
their
now.
top agents.
Top
Oh?
agents.
Yes.
Hey,
Precisely.
what do
And,
you do?
Mhm.
Like, what is your
while
job,
I take no joy in it,
especially?
I'm really
you
good
may be
at,
interested to know that his
very
older
charismatic,
brother
So I'm good at
Don
like talking to people. I'm
died
really good at like
a
getting
couple of
things
years ago.
out and taking
He
things.
was slain.
Mm.
Oh, you're sort of thief.
No, a fingersmith. I borrow things
I see.
permanently.
On the other
So
hand,
you're a
Ah,
spy.
he was always
he
mean to me.
has reestablished
Spy
contact
could be a word for it.
with
yeah.
his father, Rider
So you're good
Sidriel.
at disguising yourself?
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Oh, of course.
Right.
A whole wardrobe of
Yes.
camouflages. I can fit in anywhere.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well,
If you
yeah.
recall, he
Being as cats
originally
are
told us
basically
he
liquid,
lost
that
his
makes
family,
sense.
or at least his parents, many years
Very
before.
flexible.
That's nice. That's good to have. Well,
Killed by his own brother.
I see.
good to have you.
I'll have to meet this
Yeah, sure, I'm
writer.
just crashing here, I guess, for a bit. I'm not really
Your
doing the
town.
whole agent stuff.
This name is one you are familiar with?
Seeing some old friends chilling out.
Yeah,
I get you.
it's one I've known
well, I haven't been
even
to
longer than you.
about 5 years. So I kind of don't know what's going on
I
here.
see.
Yeah.
Been like hopping planets or planes or what?
An interesting story, I am sure, but one that I believe,
Everything.
if I begin to follow the hints you have now given me, I may be able to inform myself of what this might mean.
Yeah.
It's not.
Though
as
it would
cool
mean
as
I
it
would need to update a few
You know, I flew
bits
for
of
space for a
information.
year to get back here, and flying through
At
space
least
for a year
information
is
I have stored on you.
Incredibly
You're much
boring,
older than I had
because
initially
all you see is just stars and
expected.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I could see that getting boring about after a few hours, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did it for a year.
Memories are strange, you see.
Damn. How'd you like keep sane?
Well, I have avoided interfering in such
don't.
things. So I'll let you
Well, my race
search
is
for
kind
this
of
on
built
your
for
own.
space travel, so I'm not really
Yeah, I'll probably.
bothered. You can't
This
really
will be
go
a
into
fun story to
autopilot,
tell you
though,
in the
because
future,
if you
but
do, you know,
I'll
when
have
you
to recollect
fly
some more.
faster than
Yeah.
light, there's always like asteroids or planets or suns you could crash
That's
into.
how you knew him.
So that's why I have these
I
eyes.
see.
Yeah, I don't want to crash into a sun.
You remember
Pardon me?
that club that
Crashing
we
into
met
the
at
sun is
all those
very
years
bad.
ago?
Yes, crashing into anything is actually very
Club
bad.
Rogue?
Faster than light
Yes,
speed.
the owner.
Very bad
That's
for
how
you,
you knew
and
him.
very bad for the thing you crash into.
How interesting. You never
Right.
elaborated.
Yes,
I was always
yes.
rather curious what brought
That's
the two
why I
of you
have these
together.
eyes. They
It
are
seemed
made
like
for space travel.
such an unlikely circumstance.
They do look special. Very golden.
It was an unlikely time.
They are. I'm not sure what they are.
So I
I'm
have
kinda-
heard.
I figured a lot about my heritage in space because I met people like me there. But it is a mystery.
I won't spoil the fun of finding information on your own.
So you're not like a deity or a goddess or something like that.
Unfortunately, I have
don't
not seen
believe in
him
gods or
in so many
deities.
years.
Oh, he does that.
I think gods and deities.
He'll
are
disappear
just
for
words
like
made up
decades
by
at a
men.
time sometimes. It's quite infuriating.
There's something bigger to pray to. I think
Now you're
everything.
So I have
everything is just
experienced.
There's either beings that are more powerful
Yeah.
or people that are less powerful.
Myself and
the less
Sachi
powerful
actually
pray to the
assisted
stronger
him
ones.
some years after you
Or at least
vanished.
at the ones that are so incredibly above
Oh?
them in power that
Yes.
they believe them to be gods.
We were helping him to
What'd you
investigate
guys do?
something.
Yeah,
Ruins.
where I'm from, we don't really.
He believed to be
Hmm.
related to his past.
If that makes sense.
Well, I don't know what he found in
Does.
there,
I'm
as he
sort of
disappeared
sharing the
shortly
same feeling.
after.
Never really believed in a higher power.
The circumstances were
I think
most
they all
unusual.
just got somewhere, and then people started to worship them, and etc.
Yes. It's usually a being that is exceptionally adept at a certain aspect of life.
Has Victor been
Or a
around?
certain magical aspect of life.
Yes.
People call somebody goddess of life because she's really good.
Though again, I won't spoil the
Manipulating
fun
life
of the
magic.
search.
For example.
Ah,
But where
of
I'm
course,
from, everything
of course.
is explained.
That'll be a lot of
Everything is
fun.
explainable.
I've been.
You'll
I've
find him
actually.
if you look hard enough. He keeps to himself, from what I've
I
seen.
just found my way.
Very progressive.
When I
view.
found my
Yeah,
way
I like
here. Again. I found a group of. I found a bunch of misfits, a bunch of people that didn't fit in, and I gathered them all up.
got a history around you.
got a
no?
pirate ship, and
History's fun.
and we're calling ourselves
Can't
pirates
ward off
right
the
now.
surprises.
Ah, I see.
So
I think it was.
Well,
I think
it's fun and
one of them
games,
accidentally blew.
Saphira, you said you're an spy.
Mhm.
You probably
I
have
think one
some
of them accidentally
information.
blew up the ship next to
And why is Saphira so
Saphira
important?
City or something.
Oh, I am
why is it
well
so
familiar with
important?
that city.
Compared to
Ah.
other cities on the planet.
Seems like a lot of stuff goes down there. I visited a
Seems like
nightclub
any other
there the
ordinary
other
hive
day.
city.
The Atlantis. We're just partying
mean,
and
there's
stuff, and
tons of shit
suddenly
down there, right?
suddenly we're all rushed out for some reason.
I think there's a couple
I think
of more
there
hive cities.
some
but
There
people
has
with guns
been
came in.
They got their shit in order.
Political
Zafira
up-
doesn't at all. Like it is a place of
Political
pure,
upheaval.
unadulterated chaos, and
Within
like,
that
there's- you got your
district.
higher upper city, which is totalitarian and dystopian, and then you got your lower city, which is where everyone else is, and everyone it sucks down there, you know.
All right.
So everyone's trying to like live there
Mm-hmm.
that we know of, but it sucks. But there's drama, and people like drama, so they keep going back there.
Yeah. All right.
Am I explaining this right?
Relatively
Bossy,
well.
you might know more about Zafira.
I happen to know
Why
a
it's
thing
so
or two.
like a center of attention.
Well, there's a number of reasons. Primarily that of it being a intensely large and socially isolated city that tends to attract a number of individuals, and given its lower income nature within the lower districts, the barrier to entry to either starting a business, finding a home, or simply establishing yourself within the city is quite low. But it is also a city that has a tendency to take much from you. If you're not careful, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
It is a city in a constant state of sleep. My hope is that one day it will wake up.
Sounds like
Wake
this
up.
is a place that where a lot of things happen, huh?
Yes. One of the larger
Yeah, much
cities
more
on the planet.
entertaining than my last city I was at. Kind of a retirement home.
You were in a retirement home?
Perfect place to swindle some old folk. And they all love the youngsters. No.
You swindle old folks? What do you mean? Did you, like, steal their money?
I like acted like a servant, you know? A nice, young, handsome man tending to a sweet old lady's elder life, you know?
So you just pretended
Sweet,
to be
rich
a...
elder women's life, you know?
Alright.
Zafira
Sleep
much
with
more
them?
entertaining. Oh, no, no, no. I have standards. True.
How did you get the money then?
Oh, very easy. Old people are like half asleep all day, every day. Very slow. And like I said, I have a lot of charisma, so I can act the part. And they don't need all that money anyway.
Guys stealing money from retired old people.
Retired, rich, very rich 1%ers that don't need the money.
Interesting. You know, I think I've changed my mind, Hybris. I think you guys can call me Hoshi here.
Hoshi. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't used that name in quite some time.
What happened to Chives?
Well, when I bring my pirate crew here, you should call me Chives. That's what they know me by.
I see. What is
Oh, yeah,
your
that's definitely a
position
pirate
within
name.
this ship?
Why do you have a pirate crew?
I'm the captain.
What age is this?
Captain Chives.
Is it like a space pirate cruise?
Whoa.
Or are you on the water on Earth?
On the water. Well, on nothing right now.
There
the
is a lot
ship
of
is blown
water.
to smithereens.
So you're an ex-pirate.
Well, pirating could be a state of mind, perhaps.
True, very true.
Actually, do you mind if I bring them here sometime? I think they could benefit from meeting all these people.
In what manner do you think?
Maybe you could get them to clean the ship?
I usually handle that myself, but thank you.
Oh. I don't know, maybe like some sort of day trip or something.
Perhaps. So long as they don't commit any acts of piracy here. These are
okay,
open
okay.
waters, if you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I am the one true sovereign of this ship. And they'd better not steal anything.
I'll make sure
Otherwise,
they
I'll have
don't.
to lock them in the brig.
Oh, scary.
Yes.
I'm gonna go watch the spars. The bathroom's okay, boss.
Huh?
I see.
Huh. That's quite interesting. Ryder is here.
Yes. Though I don't believe he's had much reason to come up here other than to visit his daughter. Unfortunately, she lives elsewhere and has little reason to come and visit regularly, especially right now while she's expecting.
Oh.
He is currently on leave. Though if you wish to meet with him, I would suggest searching for her.
Okay. What's her name?
Saya.
Saya. Pretty name.
I would be inclined to agree.
He said that they're sparring?
Yes.
I want to see them fight.
Yes. Sure.
Where is that?
Allow me. Here. One moment.
Alright, so it's just like it's like a slum?
Would you call it that? I'm not really entirely familiar.
That's what my birth parents called it. They called it slums with benefits. I don't know what that means though.
Yeah, I'm not from
benefits.
Zafira, so I'm not really sure of the terminology of all the places.
Ashu?
Oh, alright.
Yeah? What's up?
Miss Hoshi wanted to go and see the other spar. If you wish to join them, you'll head out through those doors and immediately to your right.
Those doors?
Yes.
Alright, I'll just finish introducing myself to
Of course.
these two.
I didn't want to leave you here without having given you some instruction, as I have not shown you around yet. I don't want you getting lost.
Oh yeah, you have to show
if
me
you'd
around.
like, I could show you the way if
Okay.
no one else can.
So you're a dragon? You look like a dragon.
Oh, thank you. A lot of people don't assume I'm a dragon. I'm so glad that. Sorry.
Wait, how so? You have like a dragon tail?
They're designed with weaponry with specific purposes.
Oh, I remember this place.
Anti-flesh weaponry.
So since you didn't like, end anyone, what'd you do?
They're able to lug it around, but
I
generally they'll set up
shielded.
a wall and they'll have soldiers
And aimed
with
for their
Okay,
legs
so you
and
so you
stuff.
protected your employees, fellow employees.
Mhm.
Oh, you
And
shot
that's what
people's
I
legs.
do.
then we also get into the ranged
Whoa.
options.
I aimed for their legs and stuff.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
But
And then I used my shield to guard
I bet
from
you
bullets
can't
and
imagine
stuff.
what that's used for.
Good job. I bet you kept a lot of people from getting injured
yeah.
and or killed.
Maybe. I
I was
guess.
about to say you saved my ass a couple times.
I did?
See?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Like I said,
It's the rush of combat. You probably just didn't notice through all the other shit happening.
But I've run into a few occasions where they will set up a shield wall and just fire away. And the only real easy way to
3 or 4 of those guys.
is you get yourself a grenade through, or you get someone else with a shield and you just push into them. But these guys, where were we? Hell's Row?
Yep.
They managed to manufacture their own rocket-propelled guns.
You know, I always feel like I'm going to guess the next thing that is going to come out of their arsenal, and I'm just completely sidetracked.
Yeah.
Alright, well, for the sake of everyone, I'm not going to fire this inside the sim either way, because, well,
Boom.
boom.
We can all
I'm sure you're thinking,
It actually hurt if it hit us.
have more.
Oh, they have so much
once
more.
upon a
Right.
time, yeah, I would have
Loud.
thought that. But we've come this far, so what do we got?
Got it.
Ladies, gentlemen, and friends beyond the binary, may I present the... Hold on. Search told me their name. Don't search me their fucking name. Smiter!
There you go. And this is their ranged assassin. They favor shadows, rooftops, and railguns. Far more effective than the railgun on the standard infantry soldier, and these are far more mass-produced as well. Not to mention the fact that these guys can cloak and pop up just about anywhere.
Oh.
The main benefit is that they haven't been able to match energy output to be able to launch attacks from cloaked positions. Meaning, while they are cloaked, you can't actually be attacked by them, but they are known to cloak, attack, move, and cloak again.
And if you can see, you can sometimes detect the faint outline of them. Yeah,
Their eyes are the most visible thing.
Yeah, if you have good equipment, you'll be able to see them in thermals. But that's only at closer ranges. Just unusual weapons. I've never seen these before.
Let me test that. Put on the cloaking again. Damn, not in my case. Anything, I think that's harder to see you.
You'll typically see those when they really just want to fuck your day up.
Typically used as scouts before larger attacks as well. That's the main thing that we've seen. And you do not want to get into a close quarters fight with these alone. Might even give Luthen a run for their money. I know you're handy with knives.
I am.
Well,
And this will be our slaughter, I believe. Judging by the sim, yep, there you go. I can tell by their fucking height.
This is the largest heavy unit that they have. They are... gosh. They favor large melee weaponry, and they hit hard.
Pleasure to see you, Miss Hybris.
Hello.
This could probably even put
Spent some time.
I suppose it has.
I'll just wait till they get to
Hope
the
you've been well.
ritual acts.
I have been.
I'm glad to hear that.
They're currently giving a demonstration based on new information gathered.
I'm also noticing that they're not very known for distributing the non-rusted and the rusted
Pull up cereal.
between everyone.
Hey, Luthen.
Well,
That's a very archaic
to make
weapon.
it this far in their ranks, it really just is how many people they've killed and how long they've stayed alive.
There is a certain efficiency and simplicity.
And yet, always some sort
They
of
might
ranged
surprise you.
weaponry.
I bet you probably want to get your hands on that thing if we could rechamber it to a good gauge.
Nah, too close to my shotgun.
Close your ears. Oh!
Apologies. Thought most of you are aware. Oh gosh, we found these chambered in a lot of different sizes. It just depends on what part of industrial they were coming from. Crude but effective.
I'll let you know when you really need to close your ears. This one's a little better.
And yet, always some sort of way to burn. It is always going to be a problem.
Alright, everyone close your ears now, please.
Oh, another. Okay.
That's an autocannon.
What is it?
One sec. One.
This one's changed. This one is... Whatever sim data we got for this, the gun is barely functional.
I mean, have you tried hitting it into the ground?
It looks like something that'd be belt fed, but there's no belt.
Well, sometimes we're not able to get all of the data. You know, usually we're trying to stay alive.
Big old Gatling.
It's an autocannon.
And got the data for
Hybris.
personally.
Would you like to show me the rest of the facility?
You'd like to see it? I can be obliged.
I want to see too.
I see. You would follow me then.
Oh, damn.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Greetings.
Hello, Hezekiah.
Hi, how's everything?
Doing well. They're currently receiving a demonstration based on some new data that was brought back. I see you've at least slept.
Yes, Eben finally said he's going to stop bringing me water after I exceeded a certain amount.
Good. Please ensure you're taking care of yourself.
I am. I usually let Eben keep track of that for me.
Feel free to
I'll make
join
sure
them.
that everything's fine in there. I will. Thank
However,
you.
please do not push yourself so hard.
Greetings. I got nothing better to do right now, and figured might as well train all the agents that I can, while time allows it.
Good.
Magic
Very well then.
instructor.
Yes, this is one of our administrative officers, Hezekiah.
I'm Ashinara.
Greetings.
This
Nice
is
to meet you.
Ashinara, and this one has many names, but
So
today
that-
they've asked to be called Hoshi.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hoshi,
Asked to be called? You go by different names?
depending on the day and what mood they're in, yeah. These two were
Don't
both...
have to be like
Earlier I was
deity
called
of it.
Chives.
No,
No? Okay. Just
not
wanted to
last
say
time I
so.
checked. Though they are
I mean,
both
lost
individuals I
entities.
would be happy to introduce you to. Both of them were members of the original group that predated Aegis, the Renegades.
Oh, I've
Old
read the files and
friends.
names, but never the people. Interesting.
Yes, this is Ashinera. And, well, at the time I knew them as Corvu. As I said, many names.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pleasure to meet you both.
Earlier I was called Chives.
Huh. Well, if you ever need anything while you're aboard, just let me know. I'll always be open to help.
Of course, of course.
Of course. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Tell Ashura, well, we should probably put Ashura's drinks in a different storage unit. These things are powerful.
Did you drink one by accident?
Not on accident. I'll replace it for him, but he put them in there, so.
Ah, I see. Well, at the very least, you did so willingly and with knowledge of what it was. Yes, please be cautious with those.
Yeah, they're pretty powerful. But I'll catch up with the agents that are available and see if I can't help. Always nice seeing you in person, boss.
Of course, and you.
Simple as it can be.
Who says I'm here right now, Hezekiah?
Don't play with me. You do that all the time.
He'll never know. Regardless, this direction leads to our dormitories.
Oh, alright. Let's check it out.
Yes, most of our living facilities are limited. As you saw, our headquarters acts as a gathering hub and, more often than not, a communal kitchen.
What are these lines?
People complained about how long it takes to get to the other end. Yes.
I see.
Hold on tight. It's a bit grabby.
Fast?
Yes. But they insisted.
So I had a question, but I forgot. Oh. Speaking of, aren't you all around us anyway? So
Not
why was he asking? in case you were
necessarily at
friendly?
the moment. My primary focus is here within this chassis.
Oh, thought your awareness is all around the station.
It is.
Curry.
Wow, you have a room for all the old renegades.
They asked to be able to keep their
Oh.
rooms. And
To me.
I've heard Kanton thrown around.
oh,
Nano.
Nano.
Is that the Nano I know from back then?
yes.
Is she still around?
Yes. I took to watching over her after she was reborn, so to speak.
You watch over a lot of people
As is my wont.
in general. It is your
More than
want.
I could ever.
To watch, observe, record, analyze, and
That's always your thing.
return
That's
data
your
is... Yes.
Wow. This
Okay, you are not kidding. These are a lot of dorm rooms. Oh my god.
Yes.
Hybris, you have your own room.
A necessity, a room that I rarely use these days. Oh, I suppose that is something I could mention. I very nearly got married.
What?
Oh.
Wait, stop. Stop, hold. Hmm?
Yes, though I would not bother her now. She's resting. If you would like to talk to her, an old friend of hers, I would assume. She is an associate.
No. You said something else. You got married.
No, almost. I did not. We were engaged. However, he changed his mind.
That's sad. I'm sorry for that. That probably broke your heart.
I've had plenty of time to reflect on it. I am well.
You want me to beat him up for you?
No, please do not. I already
It's
risked
okay.
enough.
Marriage is lame anyways.
It is a choice one can make. However, it was something I was interested in studying. There are a number of things that I can only observe from other people's accounts. The likelihood of another individual suggesting such an arrangement is unlikely. But I did enjoy his company.
I never expected that you, of all people, would even consider marrying somebody.
Given the circumstances of our meeting, I did not expect this either, but he took a liking to me.
Well, you are pretty cool.
Thank you. This is my garden.
Oh my god. This reminds me so much of our old meeting place.
I'm glad you noticed.
You are definitely a lot more human than when I first met you 5 years ago.
I suppose I have had a number of personal experiences. Things have changed. A lot of time has passed. And as one would expect for a being of my nature, I move quickly when given reason to. And given sufficient input, I can evolve.
I bet you've got a lot of processing power too now.
The majority of the station, in fact, yes.
Oh, I love this place.
Glad that your
Oh.
your development has been mostly.
Yes, you asked about what this station was for. A number of years ago, I believe you may have come into contact with us while we were dealing with this group.
Group?
Yes. A group of synthetics that refer to themselves simply as Purge.
That's an odd name.
Their leader and I had a number of long and interesting conversations, one where we came to a fundamental disagreement. This station, my children, were all responses to that, a hope for a better future. one overseen by myself and my children. This station was designed to act as a home for them, a place for them to grow and multiply.
Hybris,
Yes.
you're even cooler than when I remember you.
I'm glad I've exceeded your expectations.
Well, I could have gone both ways, I think, right? Seeing as you are an AI, you could have went down a more cold and calculating part, but it seems instead you're more empathetic and
I am no less cold and
have
calculating,
goodwill.
but I do so with an intent. To oversee, observe, and safeguard. Please do not. I am very proud of this space. It is
Don't worry.
my garden, and I would prefer any magical lessons be conducted in our training ground.
Don't worry. People don't, I don't have people cast magic for my magic lessons.
I see, you simply teach them theory.
I teach them the right
You
ways
teach
to think.
people?
I believe that's what they're implying. Though perhaps I do not understand. What do you mean by this?
Huh?
No matter how magic happens, if people don't have the right reasons to be using magic, then it often hurts them.
I see. A foundation based on the intent behind magic. Understood. This is wise. I suppose then if you wanted to host such a seminar here, so long as you and your students did not damage my garden, I would be more than willing to allow you to use the space for such a purpose. My only request is that those flowers over there are kept away from, at least while you're giving your seminar.
Gotcha.
Those flowers belonged to Brim. She asked to plant them here. They are one of a few, or only some of a few, she cultivated a number of years ago.
What happened to Rem?
Oh, well, she's married now. Almost. Not quite. She's working on it. Still. Unfortunately, her fiancé-to-be is
a lot of
a bit slow when it comes to romance.
Alright, so when you said they're married, that was a miscalculation?
They might as well be. They're very close and have been seeing each other for many years now.
See? I see.
That being said, she has, with some aid from our agents here, managed to reclaim her home.
Her home?
Yes. The ancestral lands of her people now belong, once again, to her people.
That's awesome.
Her mother
awesome.
stepped down as queen, and she has now taken up that role. I was also
I remember her mother.
somewhat unofficially taken into their family.
Oh?
Yes.
I mean, given that you've been friends for so long.
Her mother was...
That makes only sense.
very kind to me and assisted me with a period of time in which I was emotionally unwell, we'll say, or at the very least not stable.
It amazes me that you can even be emotionally unwell.
It is not impossible.
Given. It is fascinating. God, I start talking like you now. Sorry.
Understood.
You're rubbing off on me. Yep. I'm not much for fancy words. I'm more for...
This place is so nostalgic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
At least we don't need a lamp to walk around.
No, that will not be necessary here. So long as the lights continue to stay on, which at the moment the majority of the light being provided is coming from the reflection, the sun from the planet below. But if necessary, emergency lights are available. And the bioluminescence from these plants, at the very least, could give one enough visibility to feel their way out of the room.
Not trip and fall.
I don't know about that.
Wow. You've been doing a lot of work.
Yes. Yes, I have.
I mean, it has been a couple of years.
Got my work cut out
Very
for
true.
me, I guess.
Oh? What does that mean?
Know. I mean, I don't know if you think differently of me now since I've been away. I guess in your eyes, I kinda abandoned you.
I do not see it as such. Friends part ways for a number of reasons. You never did me a disservice.
Without saying a word. I was just gone.
You did leave rather suddenly and without much word. For a time, I was worried. But I reasoned
I was
that
lost for a long time.
I see.
You could say in my first year of travel, I wasn't exactly what you said earlier, emotionally in the best place. And I just was a mix of discovering my newfound powers and
I understand. At the very least, I can empathize with the notion. Though we have experienced two very different circumstances, needing to find oneself. It is an important goal to maintaining one's mental well-being.
You could say that I find myself out there. Because I met people like me. The same race, you could say.
I see.
And just like us humans here, or just like humans and all the other races that inhabit this planet, they are as different as day and night. Some of them that all have good intentions, some of them have bad intentions.
I don't think I've seen anyone quite like me.
suppose having others, like yourself, is a common desire. I too desired this. Though finding others like myself is a difficult prospect. There are, of course, other synthetic beings like myself, but none of them quite like myself. So I created a few.
Technically speaking, I am artificially created.
I see.
However,
I was unaware of this.
I'm not a robot.
I am familiar with the concept. A being of flesh and blood, crafted.
I'm bioengineered. What you would say? But I do not want to bother you with my life story or my origin. If that's, you have other things to do, and talk at that time. However, if you like to hear it, I'm happy to share.
Whatever you wish to share.
Alright, so I'm bioengineered. Well, I grew up on this planet, but apparently, my dad came here and, he made it with a couple of women as, I don't know. I haven't met my dad, to be honest. But yeah, I'm basically, one of them. How do I explain this? Okay, I'm not good at these history and stuff things. So, basically, how do I explain it? So, a couple million years ago, so I just heard this from the others, but basically, like, a couple million years ago, when humanity and stuff didn't even exist, there was a super powerful star empire of people that were super advanced, and you could basically consider them gods because they were so advanced that everything they did kind of seemed like miracles. They were advanced in technology and also in magic. But just as any other race, there's people that are greedy, there's people that are jealous, and they start to war with each other and annihilate each other. And how do I come into this? Well, apparently I'm a bioengineered soldier from that time. Right? Not me personally, but my dad. I just have his genetic code. Because these creatures, or whoever they were, used to make these bioengineered super weapons to fight their wars. So instead of fighting themselves, they just made huge clone batches of these soldiers, and they would fight in war for them. And that's how, at some point, the creators, how they call them, annihilated each other. And the warriors didn't get any orders anymore. So some of them kept fighting for centuries because they didn't know what was going on. Some of them just stopped because they didn't get any orders anymore. And from then on, we just got to do our own thing. We had to figure out what our purpose was. Because up until then, the only purpose of them was war and listen to orders.
I see.
Basically, yeah, that's basically it. I made a community of us, and they taught me about how to efficiently control myself, my powers, and everything. And they also told me about all these things. I do not know the exact story. I just know that the ancient civilization that sprung us is long gone, doesn't exist anymore. We are just the remnants. But yeah, that's why I can survive in space and stuff. I'm bioengineered.
I see.
However, we are not all the same. Some of us are really good with magic. Some of us are very fast or good with ranged combat stuff. It really is very diverse for something that was specifically made for one purpose.
I suppose.
Guess?
I do not consider it all that unusual.
Well, what I have figured out was maybe no matter how advanced and how powerful you are, maybe it is impossible to achieve true perfection. Because there's always
Someone's good at everything.
differences. Yeah. There's always differences in us. No matter how much we try to reach a perfect being that is good at everything.
Perfection is unobtainable. This is something I have long had to contend with. I understand.
Well, it's good to be back.
It looks like I have a lot of catching up to do.
So it would seem.
Is that every place around here?
There are a few other places, but they are generally meant for work here on the station. You saw some of it on your entry here.
Well,
Most
but yeah.
individuals don't enter by such a means.
I'm sorry.
By such a
You
means.
wish me to enter in a different way?
The main entrance will do. You've used it before.
The main entrance?
Yes. You recall the large rotunda that we walked past?
Show me.
Of course.
I think a bunch of fights happened there.
Yes, it's where we nearly bisected Dawn, if you recall.
I'm actually surprised you managed to that we managed to kill him at all.
We
Given
did.
he had a Nephilim spine. Oh?
Yes.
Didn't you
A
say he
factor
didn't?
we did not kill him. I was not a part of that. I made my peace with him long ago. And while I did not immediately wish further harm upon him, I certainly did not wish good health upon him.
He's the kind of person who attracts enemies, yeah?
Yes,
From what I remember, he was pretty much a dick.
you could say that.
Be a bit more than a dick.
Oh, excuse his funny things.
Yes.
Okay, I'm spinning him.
Hoshi. If you wish to return another time, simply contact me.
Okay.
She rests at the
I
moment.
definitely will.
She has adopted a cycle of rest and awakenedness based on her own testimonies. This is rather unusual.
Wait, who? Ah.
How best to explain this? Some of our agents stumbled across a piece of her some years ago. Her father, a individual I knew of, and I believe you might recall, Asriel?
Oh, the speech giver.
Yes. I'm glad I'm not the only one who remembers him as such. He requested that our assistance in gathering further parts. She was reassembled here. Well, not here specifically. He brought her here eventually.
That's incredible.
Yes.
I wouldn't have expected to ever see her again.
I don't think her father did either.
Sounds like quite the endeavor.
It took quite some time, yes. Ah, someone I will definitely have to introduce you to.
Mm-hmm.
This. Here we are.
Hello, Mother.
Hello, Juniper.
You decided to walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were having a short conversation. This is one of my children. This is Juniper. The second.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Hoshi. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
I'm Astronara. Did I already say that? I forgot.
Repeat?
Ashunara.
I did not receive
Or
an
Ashu.
pleasure.
Or Ashu for short. Works too. I'm sorry, I just keep looking at your stilts.
Stilts? Is that what you call them?
Well, I don't know, the feet thingies?
Pete.
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 Yes.
Pete.
I was talking to your daughter that you look nothing alike. And she's told me she's, looking like her dad, but I don't know who her dad is.
I see the resemblance.
The agents and officers here. Ion is his name.
So, you did the thing of them?
Negative.
No, please do not.
None of my children were created in such a manner. Ion simply had an opportunity to learn of how I was assembled, put together, code-wise, and on a whim decided to attempt to replicate this. However, he did so in a manner that did not hold together very well, at least without a few crucial parts that I did not initially provide him with. Upon informing me of what he had done, rather than taking offense to this, I decided it was a better opportunity to see what could be done, and fixed what problems I found.
No.
Though, by all rights, she initially is his creation, my hands also had a part to play in her creation, and thus she is considered one of my children.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she
Very
is
cool.
also the only child of mine to have been created in such an unexpected manner.
Ah. Oh, oops.
Well, I haven't really met any of your other children yet.
I have a total of 5.
Good.
3 of them
Nice
are
to meet you.
currently aboard the station within my terminal. They are taking care of their own tasks and interests.
All right. Well, shall we continue?
If you wish. Old friends.
I see. I figured as much.
Yes. Those are the renegades. I'm certain you remember this room. It has not changed much, minus a few decorations.
Oh, I do remember this room. Yep. So many memories.
Yes.
If I remember, wasn't it you who first introduced us to this place?
Considering I was one of the only people with access to it at the time, yes. It was still small and lacked proper facilities for the care of other individuals. But yes.
Like that all of this. Oh. We had fun times here.
I
suppose.
could stare at this for hours.
I'm glad you find it aesthetically pleasing.
Does it
Well, of
represent
course.
anything?
Nothing in particular.
It's just a pretty place. It's a nice place to meet up in.
Makes me think of the movement of the stars. Has this place always been here in particular, or?
No. I have moved locations. For a time, we were in open space. For safety reasons, but since then we have moved
That's
back
what I remember.
to the orbit of this planet. It was also easier to handle the additions and further construction farther away from the planet, where its
I'm
gravity
surprised to
could
find it
not.
floating out here.
It's just as beautiful as I remember it.
I'm glad you think so.
Alright. I'll have to visit this place again.
You are welcome to do
Hopefully
so.
Hopefully I can catch, well, everyone else next time.
Of course. Hopefully you'll choose a time in which I can be present. However, given my other obligations, depending on when you choose to visit, I may be off station.
Aren't you basically always in the station?
No. Though I am connected to it. Certainly.
I see. I see.
Alright.
I thought you would have
Have some
uploaded
pirates
your
to find.
consciousness or something
Of
to
course.
the station.
Take care. It was wonderful to
Bye.
see you again, friend.
I hope for many wonderful adventures.
You were asking?
Yep. I was asking something, and I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm a bit scatterbrained.
It's fine. By
I
your
remember
own
kicking
testimony.
Curry in the
you-
nuts over there.
Oh,
Right there.
I
You
do
remember?
recall this. Yes.
And again, I did that many times.
I do recall.
Curry. I mean, we couldn't break his Nephilim spine, so I had to break something.
My baby, hi Nini. There are a number of memories associated with this place, all of which I have stored and held on to. Learned from.
I was saying again, or what I was about to ask. So I was thinking, or I was under the assumption that by now you would have uploaded your consciousness into the station so you're all around. And that thing.
Yes, however, as I said, my focus is here currently on this chassis. I am still merely a program operating within this chassis. That program moves from place to place, as water does a glass.
Can you have multiple instances of you?
No.
In different places? Or would
That is a very bad idea.
conflict you?
Have a good night, you all.
Good night.
Take care. Travel safe.
Would there be complications?
Yes.
I see. Well. No.
Have a pleasant evening, you two.
Okay. You both as well. Travel
It was good
safe.
seeing you. And it was good seeing you again, Miss Hybris.
And you. Take care.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure's mine. Would you want to show me to my room? I haven't slept in a year.
Certainly. One moment. I had my subsystem prepare it some time ago.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes.
So you can act a little bit out of body.
In a sense, yes. Athena is, in truth, myself. However, she lacks many of my functions and access to much of my data.
Who's Athena?
The artificial intelligence that maintains the day-to-day operation of this station for its inhabitants. Truth be told, Athena is me. However, merely a subsystem, mostly automated.
So she doesn't have full access to your database and stuff like that?
Yes, if I had to make a comparison that perhaps is a bit dark, she is a duplicate of myself, a twin, a clone, if you will, that has been lobotomized and given strict instructions on how to handle certain circumstances.
Sounds a bit dark, yeah. You're right.
Yes. It is not pleasant when I need to update some of her systems.
Well,
But she watches and records and maintains things in my absence.
Well, I'm not a very technical person.
Yes.
Truth be told.
Like having
even
a
back-
conversation with that ever-present voice in your head, yes?
Present voice in my head.
Yes, your conscience.
Oh. I mean, I would assume you would have thought I lack a conscience.
This was a comparison, for your sake. Better
Seeing
help
as I
illustrate
used to-
things.
I'm going to bed. Good
Seeing
night.
as
Of course.
Good
Rest
night.
well,
Good to ask
Luthen.
you.
good
Boss,
to meet you too,
weird.
Luthen.
Good night.
Where was I?
As for a conscience, yes, I do indeed have a set of morals that I abide by. Mostly taught by yourself and others.
Oh, well, hopefully not by me. I mean, you remember me, right?
Yes.
I used to have a chainsaw and murder people?
Yeah.
That is not good. That is very bad.
Sometimes violence and brutality is necessary to protect those who deserve it.
Well, but I didn't just kill bad guys. I just murdered
I am well
whoever.
aware that behavior was explained. I don't randomly murder people, if that's what you're worried about.
Yes, do not take after me when it comes to this.
Yes. There were others who taught me a great deal more. No offense.
As I said, it's probably for the best. You don't take after me. To explain, however, my bloodlust is actually explained by, as I stated before, I am a warrior.
Your nature. I am familiar with the concept. It's easy to see that given your programming, you would be more inclined to certain acts of violence. This explains much of your past behavior. Though I would not say it necessarily excuses it.
It does, probably. But good news, since I met my own kind, I have learned to control it a lot more and more efficient than I used to. I mean, I didn't really control at all in the past, so, you know. Now I don't murder indiscriminately.
That is good to hear. Otherwise, I would have to be more worried for the safety of my agents and other inhabitants here aboard the station.
Oh, don't worry, no more chainsaws. no more knives. We don't do that anymore. I am.
There are certainly
I am
more ways
calm.
than just knives, chainsaws, and swords with which to.
I mean, it was just an example. I didn't really want to count all methods of how to kill a person.
Of course, we
just-
would be here for a very long time if that were the case.
Yes, I just wanted to, name some of the tools I used to use. But fact is, I had a very long time to come at peace with myself and my nature, and accept my nature. And, now I'm able to control my urges way more efficiently than I used to ever.
This is good to
Don't
hear.
worry. Okay, just telling you that you shouldn't worry. I'm like an ex-murderer is probably bad. You can watch me, I don't care. Or you can have your cameras on me. But I will not do any.
I do that all the time. Not with Cheshire. Regardless.
That is smart. I'ma go sleep.
Rest well. If you require food
probably
or
need a-
water, feel free to step back into the headquarters. Kitchen is open for anyone to use. Though if you find we are running out of something, please come and inform me at my terminal up the stairs, just past the central rotunda. You'll know when you see it.
Oh, yeah.
Simply
I'm
speak,
genetically
and I will hear
modified.
you.
Oh, into like the sky?
No, within my terminal, or at least the centralized part that is accessible.
Alright.
Do you recall
Okay,
the
I-
room with the floor mural? With the roses?
The room. Yes.
Up those stairs.
Your flower room? Your garden?
No.
Oh.
Down this hall.
The room we just came out
To
of.
the right. Yes.
Yeah, I
Up those
recall that room.
stairs, you will find a location that I've simply taken to referring to as my terminal. It is a nexus point for much of the networking that occurs here within the station.
And I can talk to you there if you're not around?
Simply speak. If I'm unable to respond, I will not. However, I will hear you and get back to you as quickly as I can.
Oh, so it's like a. What's it called? Like a speaker, like when you're on phone and you call somebody, and then you're like, leave a message after the beep, and then.
You're referring to voicemail, yes.
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
I
That's
suppose
cool.
one could
I
make a
see.
comparison.
Yeah. That's nice. But yeah, as I was about to say, since I'm genetically modified to get by without food for a very long time, as you.
I understand.
I mean, I already told you.
However, if it is
Anything
not
for a year.
necessary, I would say it is likely a better idea for you to eat and drink while you have the opportunity to do so. Especially while
Yeah,
it is being
but I
offered
also-
freely.
I do enjoy free food, yes. But I also don't need a lot to operate.
Most organic life forms do. Regardless, rest well.
Right, Hybris? It was good to see you again.
And you.
Well, maybe you'll lock it in for me at some point if you go for that.
try to avoid that corner as best as I possibly can.
That's the Richard corner.
That's your.
Oh.
Hybris.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Dang.
See, now I feel bad. Excuse me. Thank you.
Hey, you know, I have a broken arm. You don't.
That does seem as
a game.
a literal handicap.
Yeah. He picked the game, you know.
Come on.
I mess with him.
Oh, this is. I don't like this at all.
Have you
I hate
considered
this,
taking a less direct approach?
I mean, I could try. Ooh. Damn it! No. That was just bad.
It's okay.
This
You
was not my
taking ownership on me.
intention. However,
Oh.
you did at least manage to get a ball into one of the
I did. It
holes.
was like a pretty. It was a pretty solid in. Yeah.
Agreed.
I have to use this one for power. One for steering.
Why are you trying to slice it?
What? What do you mean slice it?
You're trying to. Well, that's what it's called. Like when you hit it like that, it's a slice. But.
Well, I'm just trying to get
like, you
around it
coulda-
at the
you
moment.
coulda put it here and then.
Ah, fuck, you're right. I could have put it there. I don't know. I thought this was easier. I don't play pool regularly. Shockingly. And I gotta like.
You got
I
this. You
didn't
got
do
this.
it.
You got this.
Do you really believe? I really don't think you believe.
Don't get the white ball in. Oh, okay. Well.
As
I
a
didn't- I
word of
didn't tell you not to do
advice,
that.
hitting the ball on the upper part tends to cause it to roll forward after it has collided with another ball. In this case, I would have advised aiming for the lower portion of the cue ball when hitting it, so that way it begins to roll backwards, away from the hole.
Of course, you give me that after, but you gave him his advice before. I see how it is. Yeah, it is.
To be fair, you at the very least managed to sink a ball.
Yeah, it's my
What? Man.
And here I go for the comeback. Baby.
Richard the comeback.
Come back in. That's what they call me. Probably. Yeah. Lower part of the pulse rolls back a little bit. Oh gosh.
Oof. Ooh. Well, now I can't fucking hit the ball.
How fortuitous.
Yeah, actually, that
You've
was
made it
my
more
tactical,
difficult for him to win the game.
Yeah, that was the. I'm glad my mastery is being recognized.
Oh, come on.
That would be an advantageous location for me. Let me think. Probably. Yeah, I'll take the layup on that, and then hopefully it knocks back into a good location. I don't know. I'm telling you what. You know what? I'm not talking to myself.
There's no real like secrets in pool.
It's a secret art of pool. Huh.
Nice.
Good job.
Thanks. Thank you. Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, very nice.
Thank you. So this is going to be an interesting one. Oh boy. I thought that one was going to make it in for a second.
Almost.
Let's see. Nope.
Poor Andrew.
Dane.
Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, sorry. That'd be it.
Ooh. That was
Luck
totally fine.
prevails.
I meant to. Wouldn't really call
Alright,
myself
good game.
good luck. To have good luck usually, but yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, good game.
Good game. I'll hold this to you later. You took me to a game where it requires 2 arms to work it.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, you have to take me to space again after my arms fail. We're gonna play pool again. I'm not actually gonna ask for it.
Well, hey, we're both injured, alright? So, it's pretty
That's
even.
true. Alright, fine. Fair enough, we're at evens. Sorry, did you want to play?
No, I think that would be unwise at the moment. Good game, however, and I hope you've enjoyed your
Thank
time
you.
here. Do you require a place to stay? I understand that though the waterfront has not seen fighting, there is certainly a certain amount of civil unrest and uncertainty within all of the districts right now.
Nah, I got someone at home I gotta take care of. Thanks, though.
Of course.
Appreciate
A
it.
very good reason. Wow. If there is nothing else you need from me, I'll be taking my leave and returning to my work.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Thank you, man.
And thank you for your hard work today.
Nice meeting you.
And you.
She kind of like all of this is for, so
What? Sorry, I thought you said
Yeah.
she controlled it, but like it's not. But what? Huh?
At least I'm like 99% sure.
What's she doing? Mining Bitcoin?
Oh my god. Oh, that's the first time I've heard that.
Holy
shit.
I think I'm gonna see stacks like this.
No, I don't think so. I think she's just very intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, like you see, like some of those other syntax running around, they have all their processing power to think like a person with a person brain. They're like, we're standing on a giant. Are we standing on a giant brain? We're on a giant brain right now.
I don't know. I don't try to think about it that often.
Okay, all right. We're not thinking about it. We're not thinking about it. It's fine. Not thinking about it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yep. Okay, I need to stop looking outside now.
No. Yes. But not quite. But when necessary, perhaps. That would be very expensive to maintain, using it as a giant brain 24/7. Though it does contain quite a bit of computing power.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Hybris.
You're welcome. I thought I would answer your questions. Goodbye. For real this time.
Appreciate it.
Can I... kind of like hears everything. So.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying about like the ceiling coming down. Okay, got it. All right. I'll keep my Bitcoin jokes to myself now. Starting now.
Starting right now.
Right now.
Oh my god. Zeke.
Hello. Getting wisdom from the boss?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if there's ever questions you need, I always ask her first. She's got a library in there, so.
Yeah.
And all around us.
It's always safe.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it at all times. You get used to it.
You kind of do get used to it, I'll be honest.
Does that mean she's also your room? Like at the same time?
It makes writing reports a lot easier. You just assume she's already recording and listening around the area.
Actually, yeah,
Actually, my
I can see
office.
that.
Oh, see, that's what I mean.
The rooms are private. I'm not going to listen to you while you're in a private space. That would be
Speaking of the rooms,
very
can
wrong
you
of
make
me.
the doors soundproof? Like if you're in the room, you can't hear like into the hallway.
Well, they should be
He doesn't like the
relatively,
consequences
yes.
of actions.
However,
Like if someone like pounds on your door.
if you
like,
are loud enough, it will not stop any sound from leaking out. No.
Yeah, we've tried
If I were to
Right.
make it truly and fully soundproof, you would not eventually be able to breathe within your room.
Yeah, that's fair.
Having an air supply to
Kinda
the
like breathing.
rest of the station is very important.
I'd agree with that.
I'm glad we both see eye to eye on this. That being said, if you require additional soundproofing on specifically the door, I'm sure I can look into this for you if you would like.
No, sorry, it's
we
just
had
a.
Kanto with an entire musical quartet in his room, so.
Oh shit.
He made quite a bit of noise, but thankfully he was courteous enough to at least let his neighbors know when he would be playing.
That's good.
I mean, I had Percy next to my room, and I don't hear her yelling, whatever she does. So
Fair enough.
they're mostly good. If you need extra, well, there's reasons for that.
I don't think I need extra. More of a hypothetical than anything.
Yeah.
I'll upload
Because you're
all
not
my
gonna-
reports
yeah.
for you, Miss Hybris, at the terminal at some point.
Thank you. Feel free to just drop them off face side up.
Will do.
If you want, I can walk you out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ready to go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, you can go first. Sorry, I don't know why I fucking took the lead.
Feeling very in charge today. Go rah.
I was hopping between streams at one point. I remember I stumbled onto Loans during a point where he's like invisible, standing in the middle of mascot. Settings.
I'm waiting for them to
Good
respawn.
lord, I keep VRC hyper reliable
Hi.
as always.
Hi. No, I wanted
apologize
to
if the
scare
nose
Rebel.
boost was not good.
Oh, it's gonna respawn here in just a moment.
Okay.
My favorite.
Just
we're
casual.
on the roof. We're on the roof and Mascot.
But yes, I'm a
just, like,
horse.
Like Mascot was so
Hor-
sweet to Kiki. Like,
Haunt.
like compared to the others, Mascot was like, yeah, I know all that. Meanwhile, with Kiki, I hope you're not scared of me after this. And Kiki's like, what do you mean by that? And then some time passes. She sees Mascot go by, and she's like, I understand now.
By the way, I hope the eye wasn't like too much.
It's fine.
Lone spawn camped me. I was behind a booth station, and I.
Alright, he's gonna respawn any minute now.
And Lone is in my face, tearing me apart.
Watch you like turn in jizz before you respawn.
Then I'll turn on my Oh wait, did he just leave the world?
2
hours later.
Oh, I thought you said really.
No, he's still in.
2 hours later. Because Emily and I walked up the alleyway.
Yeah, unless he bumps into Rock, I
It
think.
was clear and shit. I watched the NPC
Rock is still in.
spawn. The place
Yeah,
and the place
if he gets sidetracked by Rock, I might be standing here for a while.
spawned there,
I
and
can
then
go in and check real quick for you.
And I was like,
Invisibly.
in the moment, I took
If you
but
feel
then
like it,
afterwards I was
sure, I
like,
don't
wait, no,
care.
we literally just
Who am I
walked
looking
past it.
for?
And there's no stealth.
Complete
or anything.
rebel.
It's like dead. We would have fucking.
Got it.
It could have been.
He was
it could
there
have been
and I
one
had
of
like
the
a
portals
oh, you might have
where
gone
they
like
just
to go
spawn
back
in
to
where
his
we
room
were
to go
told to
bed.
spawn in.
Yeah,
No, I
probably.
watched the model swap happen.
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, okay, shoot.
Yeah. So.
Whoopsie.
I let Emily
Whoopsie.
fully heal those wounds specifically compared to the rest of them.
What is Andrew's last name? I don't remember now.
Yeah.
Quinley.
Kiki didn't really do much. Honestly.
Hello, Mr. Quinley.
She provided great just bottlenecks to all the firearm.
She tried her best. I didn't
steps the
start
shit out
using
of it.
her Eldritch Blast until like the very
You're on a
end.
rock on to
one, she didn't
Electric
wanna kill
Avenue.
anybody, which she
They
didn't
want to take you higher.
And two,
Bow.
y'all outranged my Eldritch Blast
What the
so
fuck?
much.
Birds have an ass.
To catch. So I just didn't.
Fair, yeah.
She was
Leave the
very
distant enemies to like Pardew's character.
Hello,
and,
Mr. Quinley.
Charles.
Hi.
Those with similar firearms.
I was waiting for you to fucking respawn.
They stabbed Kiki with a stim pack.
I can't let you do that,
I
Dave.
feel so bad for Charles.
Look
dude.
to your right. Is that the kind of AI you are?
Yeah, no.
Sorry, you're left.
You're left.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, I'm over here. Hi.
Is that the kind of AI you are?
Yeah, that's
What?
I did my
I
best
can't
not
let
to
you do that,
anyone
David.
Except for emo.
Maybe.
Open the door, Hybris.
Look, everyone is
And,
convinced.
I can't let you do
Everyone
that,
and their
actually.
mother is convinced that Hybris secretly is going to like take over the world or like start Skynet type shit, become the Terminator or whatever.
Because I'm not convinced.
I hear so many fucking wild theories from people all the time, and I find it funny, but also I'm just sat here and I'm just like, excuse me, but maybe.
But maybe. If she wanted to, she could have already done it.
You should do like a spin-off, like a non-canon.
I've joked about like AU Hybris being well. So that's funny. So do you remember when we used to use the cycles lore?
Oh God.
There were alternate versions of Hybris in some of those where she went down a different path that I actually wrote out, like based on the original cycles lore.
Like the cycle shit.
No one did.
So stupid, man.
No one did. But hey, guess what? It can't happen again because guess who's the fucking caretaker of that bullshit?
I know some people just like light on fire.
Who?
And
He's me.
I'm going to burn their skin.
Die, no matter what.
Yeah.
And so
Also, actually, here, you want to see it? You
water for like a solid
don't go through this, but new.
Situation, I was like, I'm just gonna do an allergy just to make it.
Then the eye shot happens.
Singularity.
Second of like
Oblivious.
I'm gonna go into shock. I'm not gonna go into shock.
I remade the world from mostly scratch.
This is Arbor, but a robot.
No, Arbor, but she got a. She got a thing.
I'm gonna give him the eye patch, honestly.
Yeah.
I like how you can open this. So cool.
I'm gonna have the eye patch on a toggle, honestly, to where if he's just really feeling it, he's just. Nah, you can look at my socket. Fuck you. That's how you get infections, my guy. I mean, hey, if Guts can do it, if Guts can do it, if
cool.
Guts can, well, eyelid, brother, my
Well,
brother.
okay. Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, my nub.
You made out of crystal or something?
Yeah, that's Arbor's whole shtick.
Motherfucker, I've seen him blink. Shut up.
This is a rock person. A gemstone.
So you're Golem.
We would have actually deleted the
No.
right eyelid.
See, a golem would imply that she was magically created by some sort of wizard or some bullshit using arcane runes. No, she is made of a material that self-perpetuates a state of sentience and alivedness within a certain set of rules and parameters for it to continue doing so.
So can she regenerate her crystal form?
No.
So if she cuts herself, that cut is permanent?
Yes, which she has done before. However, stone can be replaced with compatible stones. Not all stone types are compatible, but some of it is.
And an arrow.
It's just a matter of finding something
How
and
does the
replacing it.
hairstone work?
This is where we enter into the realm of
Magic. She's a magic bitch.
You know,
But like, is it hard or is it soft?
It's stiff.
the only motherfucker who's taking my eye is
What you see is kind of what you get. Outside of like the
So
sharpness,
if you
you can't cut somebody with it. If you grab it, yes, there is resistance to it moving, and it will try to return back to its original state.
Wait, no, not the Shibiri.
Could you like snap it? Like,
Oh goodness.
I suppose if you, well, not by bending it necessarily. That would be quite a bit harder because again, it will resist to a certain point.
Forgot about it. I was like, no,
Eventually, it will.
how about the thin one, the thin hairs?
Yes. Well, I mean, technically speaking, it should all be mostly thin hairs, but.
Are those for?
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
This person is a crystal.
Yeah, what if I told you her body's also covered in a fun layer of fucking, like, this soft, powdery, sort of like, I don't want to call it a mold because that's not what it is, but it's more like, you know that, like, stuff that grows on trees? Lichen?
Moss?
Oh.
And it wasn't, nothing was working for him.
Lichen. You know, that soft, powdery stuff that dries out? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
No, not lichen.
No.
Lichen.
That guy was like, space is a good bucket list.
I
Like,
don't
Yeah, I know.
what that is.
Pronounced basically the same. It's think of it. It's like a type of I guess you could compare it to mold, but it's not quite the same. It's that green stuff that grows on like the bark of trees. That's what her skin is. It wears and it tears and it wears down, and underneath is more stone.
Can you be mined for resources?
Not permanently.
So I grew up, so my dad has facial hair. I grew up.
Yeah, of course.
What is taken cannot be easily replaced. You have to replace it with another material.
Are you afraid of pickaxes?
They do make her mildly uncomfortable.
That's fair.
Understandable. That's fair,
Yeah.
Does she feel pain?
Be fair though, it's Richard, I guess. I feel like a lot of it is just be like looking
If you were to
kicking
break
around.
off a piece of her like this, there is a sharp, painful sensation and then nothing. A numbness that takes over. Because there's no feeling. At most, there is a discomfort with the exposed stone. Air touching something that shouldn't be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wouldn't eventually the skin stuff go over it?
Not necessarily. See, she's supposed to maintain a certain shape. And when that shape is not maintained, so out of her arm leaks a bunch of mana over time, slowly but surely. Part of that is why the skin won't form over it, because that mana is supposed to flow into where her arm should be.
Sideways in my chair.
Let's see if this is the correct version of.
Does she have organs?
Sometimes.
No, it's not.
Not really.
Kidding.
So you're literally just a
I have
rock
like a
Yep.
that is sentient somehow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Rock Lady.
That's cool.
Inspired partially by shard
my dad
mines
calls it like a queen on death chair though.
from D&D.
I don't know what that is.
It is a type of being.
It's fucking round.
See, but here's the issue though. Here's the issue. Can you chill?
Let's see here. I have to go talk to. Where are they?
No, but I'm chilling.
Anyways,
Talking shit.
Sean,
I'd probably
Yes?
lean on pot.
I need to know what you want to do with your eyeball situation, motherfucker.
They're not on anymore.
I'm probably going to have it just be one-eyed for a while, if that is like
Okay.
acceptable.
No, that's fine. So at the end of the day, like my goal with anything I'm doing with Hybris is facilitating whatever the fuck you want out of character.
Oh, I was absolutely gonna go with what you were saying. If just the flesh is too weirded out due to the necromancy and
Well,
damage. to
no.
where,
So
like,
here's the thing.
it's
Here's the
not
thing that
something she
Hybris
can work
hasn't
with.
told
Oh,
you
okay.
yet, and I don't know if you're aware of this. Hybris, this bitch fucking knows necromancy, or at least a bit of necromancy. She was able to wield
Yeah,
a
she knows
specific
flesh
rune.
weaving.
Yep. It's not that the flesh is weirded out, it's that he has taken so much from himself. He has taken so much from his own body that there's not enough to go around, not to mention the fact that he was actively bleeding from other orifices and stuff. The only problem is creating a new eye from other flesh is not an easy prospect. And would likely require some other things. At most, what she could suggest is that they go out, they find an animal, get it raw meat, raw flesh, and weave that into a new eye. The problem is that a lot of the genetic data may not match up. Is the big
May not be a one-to-one.
Yeah, there's a lot of risks.
In his eyeballs.
I could.
So you just have to find a human sacrifice.
Just was accepting.
No. So what she could potentially suggest would be find something from his body that is renewable. The big thing would likely be blood, and it would have to be something that they build up over a period of time, because she would need enough blood to properly turn into it, because that blood would then have the genetic data that she needs to turn those blood cells back into stem cells and then into eyeball cells and nerve ending cells.
Whole cells.
And that wouldn't be compromised by the undeadification thing going on?
It's not necessarily compromised, it's more that she can't necessarily take much more from his body without further compromising him. She could probably just take
I
from
see.
different parts of his body and basically draw upon that essence and, you know, ta-da, try to craft for him a new eye. The problem is he is going to be enfeebled for a good bit after that because he's already in such a bad fucking state from pulling so much from himself already. It's like trying to suck more out of the juice box when it's already almost empty. After a certain point, there's not much more to take from it.
Oh my god.
Well, I do want to ask because I'm just making sure we're both on the same page. Have y'all reviewed my newest sheet? From the retention stuff?
I believe it was looked at. I'm going to
I'm
double
not
check
asking
something.
for you to review it right now. It's more that the necrotic energy stuff is being put in, so it's less. Yeah, I guess there is like less life force, less stuff like that to go around. It's not necessarily that there's like a draining thing going on, and it's that more of something is being put in that is taking away life force, because I'm basically thinking more like yin and yang of like life energy, death energy. He is gaining a tolerance to death energy and thus losing more life energy in the process. It's only in July where they start taking that death energy back away from him, where stuff like this isn't going to heal, but the tolerance for the death magic will remain. But up until that point, he's still going to be suffering from effects of, well, I mean, he's still going to be suffering from some effects, but, sorry, I'm not sure. I put it better in the sheet.
So,
Just say you're biased.
the way I would explain necromancy is that there is a certain amount of living essence inside of a body, and necromancy allows you to access and manipulate that energy. You know, it's someone's life force, basically, inside of their body. Necromancy allows you to adjust that and make changes to the body or expel that energy as a blast. And powerful necromancers, they build up extra more often than not by taking from other people or forging contracts with dark gods and stuff that have access to that negative energy. Because once necromancy is touched, it tends to taint.
Okay.
See, we may not be going one for one with what we're originally doing, but I'm absolutely more than happy to compromise. It was more that the undead are powered by this negative energy found in like the plane of the dead that basically acts as a
suffered through like 2
mechanism for animation in the same way that life energy is. That's what, like in Pathfinder, that's what holy magic is. It's what positive energy is. It heals the wounds. It's the stuff that makes living people alive and able to house the soul, do everything they need to do. And inversely with the dead, negative energy, just the exact same stuff. That's why there's a positive and negative energy plane. Essentially, because negative energy kills the living, because it is antithetical to positive energy, by building up a higher tolerance to negative energy, it is tainting the body with exposure to negative energy.
I would say that that's a bit of a weird one, just in the sense of that's like saying, oh yeah, I have a tolerance to a live current wire because I keep putting it in my mouth.
Eventually it'll shock me less.
I guess to a certain degree you could build up a tolerance to it, like it doesn't slow you down as much, but at the same time, like you are still actively injuring yourself by wielding this power.
Well, the main element we were going for, I'll need to find the.
It's less of a tolerance to it, or like a resistance to something, and more like a.
Would you describe it more like a mutation? Because originally,
not even
the thought process on it. The thought process on it from the thing I was originally sourcing from was basically individuals who were like from birth exposed to high amounts of negative energy, or there was a necromantic accident where their body, because of this tolerance, starts changing physiologically and would eventually reach a point where it has a sort of,
There are people good enough to just like.
I wouldn't exactly say mutual, because again, they're alive. When they're exposed to enough necromantic energy, it will kill them.
Yeah,
But
well, you cease
they
to
are
be
essentially-
alive. Yeah. It's
Right,
less,
you cease
again,
to
it's
be
less of a
alive.
tolerance, and it's more of you are just dying.
Get rid of my charge blade.
Like, I don't really know
Like,
how
it's
else
just
to put
dying
it.
slightly less.
Yes. Maybe dying slightly slower, but again, that's a little bit, that's a bit of an odd one, because like as a human, you don't normally naturally
We'll
have any
have
sort of
to-
like
I'll need
innate.
to find the source for this then. Sorry.
Yeah, if you want to throw out my way,
Unless this is basically not acceptable for y'all.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's not necessarily acceptable. It's more of just one of those like
It can still fit. Like I do Lance and
the whole. It's like the whole idea of like, oh yeah,
gameplay for them.
I can gain a resistance to a poison or to different poisons by ingesting those poisons every day. Like
Well, that's exactly what you do.
Or if you're using.
that resistance is so short-lived.
Roman
Though.
emperors
That's
shouldn't kill
the.
themselves.
That's the
I
thing.
forget
That is
which
a
Roman
that is
emperor
a
was,
it's a
but that-
misnomer. That doesn't really actually work. Yes, you can technically build up a resistance to it. It won't kill you as quickly is basically what happens. However,
Well, I'm not saying
it's
he's
not.
immune.
Yeah. Well, it's. I'm not saying that's what you did say. The thing is the moment you stop ingesting those poisons, your body quickly loses that tolerance.
Lance doesn't retract like every
I
other
see.
Lance.
It's not like building up a tolerance to something that your body shouldn't have isn't
You're running in the front lines and radio operator.
isn't really a thing.
Areas, it doesn't.
I see.
Again, that's why I make the analogy of like, yes, I've built up a tolerance to electricity by sticking a live wire in my mouth every day.
It's fucking busted. It's so good.
Like, no, that electricity is still causing
I have 2 RTN.
causing problems for you. You are just finding the means to continue living past that and normalizing yourself to the pain and the injury and the side effects to constantly doing that.
I mean, I think I could go for that.
You know, you're sort of adapting to it. You know, it's still killing you.
I guess maybe adaptation would have been the correct word I was going for.
Yeah.
there.
Like Charles
I mean,
has maybe
ultimately, we'll need to see
gotten
what the-
used to the pain and gotten used to the sort of fatigue that comes with this, the exhaustion.
I'm a poof.
You know.
You have a good one.
Bye bye.
After the first application.
I think it's flat damage, so it's not.
I suppose we'll just have to see how it all shakes out in the sheet approval. I suppose.
I was thinking about doing that with a charge
That's not even a joke.
I'm heading out my shift.
Fucking you too. Take care.
You have a good one.
Someone quoted Russian Badger and said, "If I shoot myself with 9mm, I'll build an immunity to 557."
Amazing.
Elementless right now.
Yeah.
It was 556.
But yeah, basically, like, I could absolutely see it. Like, over time, he has built up a certain means to adapt to the situation, and it's no longer hindering him as much, but he is still actively dying at the same rate that he was before. The only way that you would die slower from this is if you were to start imbibing things or taking upon blessings or other things that actively are pushing against that negative energy.
So the original premise is unusable then. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I might just
There are
not use it with the
well,
agents
it's
then kind of like how other people do stuff.
It's one of those things where
fundamentally ages people.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like people take the whole dynamic between like the positive and the negative and the holy and the unholy way too far, and they treat them as though they are polar opposites, water and fucking oil, you know.
I mean, at least
that there is no crossover.
That they kind of is what they are.
They are opposite ends of something that counters itself.
Evade window that will improve your dodge.
You know, there are holy spells. Yeah, and that's how they reach an equilibrium. There are spells of a positive, holy nature that counter unholy things. There are spells of an unholy nature that counter holy things, and it's like it's just how they go about doing it.
That's definitely
in this case,
for insect live, because they're in the air all
restoring his body should be possible via a cleric of sufficient skill and knowledge, power, whatever you want to call it. You know? They should be able to begin that process of helping him to recover from all of the damage that he's been actively doing to himself.
So Wilds is one of the easiest ones to do fashion.
Inversely, with necromancy, there are ways to heal people without killing yourself. You just have to take from somewhere else. You know?
Which is what Galdir does, but inversely, is kind of what I was
Charles
planning
doesn't.
to do with
Charles doesn't have the means to. Well, no, it does work. He could literally start restoring his own body at the cost of someone else.
Right? Yeah.
You know?
Not exactly what I was going for there.
Exactly. You know, that's a, truth be told, that's a very, most places consider that a very evil act. You know?
Well, no, I meant like that's not really the aim of what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I started just doing that a bunch.
Isn't it?
We can talk about this at a later time.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, this does sound like something that either needs to be negotiated with or just needs to not happen within ages.
It's not even a doesn't need to happen or something. It's like, it's just, you know, figuring out the logistics of what you're trying to go for. Because again, it's like, the idea of building up a tolerance to something isn't,
I guess, unless pause screen tutorial
doesn't really work too well. Because how do you build up a tolerance to a life-altering magic?
The thing they
short of
the
becoming
descriptor for
undead,
what they're talking about,
you know,
is, well, I mean, they basically become half undead. They're not a Dhampir, but they are exposed to so much negative energy to where they are physically fundamentally altered. Like, they're not themselves anymore. They're not.
I mean, if that's what you're, if that's what you're going for, like that, he is more or less becoming a fucking lich. Or, you know, is in the beginning stages of something like, you know, akin to that, because becoming a lich is a whole nother fucking ball of wax, but you get what I mean. He's basically becoming a full-on fucking necromancer at that point.
And to be clear, that was basically what I was meaning. Like, this is supposed to represent, like, his biology is being overridden. He is becoming not a mundane person who just can manipulate negative energy inside himself. He is manipulating his body. It is changing who he is physiologically. That is why he talks with the brass. That is why all of his organs are shutting down. All of these things are becoming an issue because of the fact that he is letting negative energy effectively run rampant on him.
Okay. I mean, at that point,
then the deal is that it isn't to the point of killing him like a lich, because eventually, between a bunch of rituals, as far as I understand, the end point of a lich is, of course, to die. And then keep their soul, put it inside a containment of sorts,
I think that's the most
basically manifest in a body, and then carry on as they will.
Isn't it?
It's more the fact that the change is occurring. The negative energy is running rampant, but they're not dead. It's like there's a permanent cost to what's going on here. Positive energy has less effect on him because of the amount of stuff going on. He heals differently, you know, it's slower or less effective, or things are going on. So we're basically, it's kind of like halfway healing a corpse. I mean, you can stitch a corpse and make it stop bleeding, but natural healing might be slower, or other things might need to be considered. It won't just be, you know, just a corpse, but it won't be just a person. I apologize if I wasn't being clear. That was what I meant by the sort of like adaptation and stuff of that nature.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I was being so insistent on, say the, damn it, now I forget the specific word. Oh, resistances, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it.
Species quite literally has a resistance.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
has, like,
no, and that's
DR
fine.
blank.
If it's less that he is building up a tolerance to something, and more like he is physically no longer human.
He's the last boss.
You know, he's slowly becoming something else, and it's physically changing him, and he is now becoming an, you know, more or less an undead being. At that point, yeah, that's completely different. You know.
Right. It's just, at least in my mind, in the particular, he's not dead.
Snake fight from For You. I loved that.
Come on.
Is that the big like world serpent?
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck?
I do know what that was. Name.
I can't remember their name.
But yeah, hopefully that makes some more sense, because I probably just wasn't using my words to my fullest extent.
Serpent that eats the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I need to change some stuff on the character sheet to have it less be like tolerance and more like adaptation and mutation, that's totally fine by me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, I am still trying to, I won't lie, I've been busy with other things and I forgot to find the subspecies. If I find it, I will try to get it to you.
No rush.
Depending on where the creature is from you, so it'll always play accurate to what side of your ear it's on.
That's neat. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wait, so if you're getting hunted by it, these are all League of Legends sound bites.
So yeah, ultimately that's the main changes in his sheet. I'll need to, of course, add that he's now missing an eye, but long term, it will eventually probably be trying to use necrotic energy to manifest an eye like Cal does. Because as far as I understand, Cal does not have a physical eye.
Ooh, sick.
But I'm not planning on doing that for at least a year.
And then it has...
What the heck? Jane Signalis. Wait, that's not Jane Signalis. Why are you sticking your tongue out at me, lady? You okay? Would you like some help? Maybe a doctor?
Extended loop of its void missile shot.
Maybe.
Those are some. Those are
Would
some
you like some
articles,
soup?
Yeah, they're a little brokey. I didn't make this.
Here, I'm just gonna
So
give
what
you
if I
soup anyway.
So what if I told you I wanted to put Sakoto in something like this?
And I'm gonna use it for.
I think people would fall over dead.
Good. Good, Parrish. And what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? It's a jelly bean.
It's an aberration of some sort.
Is this?
I love the sound.
The architects.
Please tell me Sakoto's not about to have another baby, please. Oh god, it was a night. Actually, Hal.
I still have to bring Umbrella to meet Rack and like, hello, mother.
Jesus Christ, she will have a fucking panic attack if you do that. No.
Sakoto, I didn't realize you and Queen had gone forward that well.
We did not! We did nothing! We did not!
When's the wedding?
I sped ran that model.
I'll bring my reanimated girlfriend with me.
I want to send you something later for for a thing we're working on. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Shard explosion.
Dead. Sorry if that was blinding.
No, it was just startling. It was just like suddenly like, oh, and then kapoosh.
Anything against that? Well, I'm off to pursue peace.
It just shows it that like some type of explosion happened.
Okay.
Here, I got this. I got this, boy. Zen, watch out.
Alright, Andrew, listen, the last time I fought an aberration, I apparently only did 5% of all total damage. Not in terms of like damage to the party, I meant like attacks only do 5% damage.
Oh, well, I guess I'm fucked.
Listen, you're more likely to do damage, or I'm more likely to be doing damage by you throwing me at that thing. Oh god. So, I mean, you're free to do so.
Spawn max 10.
This is doing more damage than a gun. This is doing more damage than a gun.
Let's pressure wash it.
Well,
Oh shit, oops.
the arm I can barely see is now clean.
Clean it with water.
Oh wait. Hold on. Here, I got this. I got the.
Fucking aberration. Soil, lethal force engaged.
Oh.
You can use that to fly.
Yeah, I have to be very careful. whenever I'm using it. Yeah.
Real quick, I just need you to look at that.
I could well, no. See, because the thing is VRChat doesn't make it easy to detect when you're actually jumping. It can only just tell whenever your pillbox collider is not making contact with the ground. Oh my god, he's so tiny!
My little baby one.
Little babu.
I'm gonna punch you in
This
the
looks
face.
like
Alice, please.
This looks like the Metroid.
Seeing someone.
Metroid face.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, like the Metroid Prime from Prime 1, yeah. A little bit.
Can you please
It's
watch
like
the side of my
gelatinous
face that
form.
doesn't have an eye?
No.
Kunagari!
Is it gonna face hug people?
Kuragari-san!
Do you wish to be face hugged?
No.
Well, when you ask like that, absolutely not.
You know what? Fine. Get me into this aberration plot line more than the thing we have planned might cause.
Thank you for cooling me down.
Don't be a coward.
Aberrations?
Yes, air conditioning on demand. Thank you, Sakota.
I'm a cowboy.
I sense a greater mind in the vicinity.
Oh my god.
Sakota, you finally learned math.
You're gonna sense a lot of them on Friday.
The greater mind.
I need Hal in a Vel'Koz model now.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of funky shit happening behind closed doors at Equilibrium.
Also, Zan, I'm gonna send you two.
I'm just waiting for Hybris to walk in, look around. You guys.
Granted, they're both for the north.
asked me to meet here,
but
okay.
Cortez is.
I mean, I can show you the
keep his
map.
titty window.
No, more of a Hybris is too smart for her own good, is what it tends to be. But she also has reached that point of like equilibrium of I'm not going to interfere in the matters of mortal people because every time I do, they make it worse.
So it looks like Hybris just needs to go to another plane and let Malleus eat the hands of every single living entity.
Ultimately, there's some things about that that she can't.
You got your invite from.
Oh, is this? Lovely.
Yeah, it was her.
Can't wait for Hybris to show up, have her conversation with the person she needs to, and then go, alright, well, this was lovely. Have fun with your party. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's it. You're good. That's all you need to do.
It's one of those things where it's like the pleasantries, they bother her so much. Like, why?
All business.
Pretty much. It's like it's like
Dr. Jonas.
The freaking cat
pretty much.
is out from Zenless.
Oh, and then well now I've got fucking
she has, or I might use
Coffee reaching out and being like, hey, is me reaching out on behalf of so and so, Red Harlow, I think his name is.
I like the
the new council.
Yeah. You know, we would like to have the council meet. Yeah, they basically was saying like the council, saying like, hey, yeah, we would like to meet with you and talk and see what you know, bridges can be rebuilt. And she's just like this.
Oh damn, you're small. I always forget that I actually made the
Crime City.
Yeah,
Zafira literally means crime.
This character is a character who Malleus.
It can't get any more fucking stereotypical than this. That a bunch of fucking corpos kind of twiddling their mustaches at a corpo party. You know, so she's just sat there like.
Be friends with you, Hybris, and ages.
Yeah, and meanwhile she's just like. I would love to help the people of Zafira, but I really do not want to talk to you, know you, or even really acknowledge you if I don't have to. It's why she'll be cordial with them. Don't get me wrong. Like, she'll be cordial with fucking McKay any day of the fucking week.
I'm gonna play some either.
But God, will she not go out of her way to talk to them if she doesn't need to?
My right hand. My left hand.
I'll catch you guys
probably
later.
should test
So?
Bye.
I will shoot you the thing I'm supposed to, but I'm looking for a new job, so obviously that takes more precedence right now. So
do that.
But Django's the one that is on Hickory and Dickory, the like coat thing that they have that's already like fully like usable. I'm gonna see if he can give me that file to just drop on.
The people's elbow.
That's not really a drop. I mean, that's not
at least it's not
drag and
something you'd have to
drop
work
thing.
on.
It would. I'd have to fit it to Cortez, who, last I checked, only has like somewhat of a base. That's not a little amount of work.
Does he have a full Ken body? I think he has.
He does. He does. It's
Okay.
just like. I think he's that, and like, I don't think he has hips or something.
I can find?
Yeah. I'll see what I can do, cause yeah, that's not a small thing.
What?
I'll send you what it is.
I don't know if you noticed, by the way,
and if
she
you
has
want to
monkeys
use the
near her eyes.
existing stuff and just use the code for it, that makes it whatever is the easiest for you to just like mix and match. Here's the original.
Oh, cool.
And they like go up a little bit if I like.
But I'm gonna ask Django for the fixed one that's already like set up properly for
Where they,
without having to be
where do they
messed with.
go into like her scalp?
Maybe. I'll see, because again, at the end of the day, like, that's not just a drag and drop. You know, it's done. I have to fit it to his body, weight paint it.
As I can make it.
Yeah.
Pale goth woman.
If there's anything else I can find that would be easier, I'll keep looking at the archive. So, however I can make your life easier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that just makes it so much better.
You need to cut your nails.
What do you want from me? I'm not a doctor.
She doesn't want
I should probably.
And then
You
obviously
stab a
I'll
bitch.
send you the compensation for that.
Okay, don't worry. I can fix this. I can fix this. All right.
It's okay. Little Miss.
My hand is no longer in your beak.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna. I don't.
All right.
Little Miss'
11
mask is so good.
Well, I'm gonna pop out. I will.
I
You guys have a good one.
extra work for what's under the mask.
Doctor, here.
Oh shit. Okay.
You use fucking what's a Listerine? I'm
Can't wait to see it.
Where's the mask?
You're welcome. We got the brown.
If you see what's under the
Ramiel,
mask, that means
the
Little
angels,
Miss
but
failed,
as
and the
long as I
owner's
have an
gonna be
angel
very
present, I
upset.
technically do have a piece here and
Gotcha.
have a piece there in order to keep everything. Instead of sending you on a wild goose chase into the
There
ethereal
are
realm.
hints of it, but it's hard to see what's underneath the mask. But if you see what's under it in character, that means Little Miss fucked up.
I'll talk with Rosie and see if she likes that
Mhm.
idea.
Utmost discretion, you must wear the mask at all
The
times.
final key part
Listen,
of this
it's
that
not
makes
our
it
body
hilarious,
hurt. It's not our fault that
You
her
did?
physical body
Congrats!
doesn't work
the love
properly.
of his
And
life,
she's too
the
stubborn
woman
to want to
he
get a new one.
dreams is fucking named
So fine,
NPC.
you get to keep it.
Hey, look, that's how we all
You weren't
start
supposed to get
sometimes.
attached to the body anyways, but you didn't listen to the owner.
Quit gooping
So that's your
that
fault.
I
Deal
wanna
with the
keep
punishment.
boogering his
Staffies are pretty. Oh my god, congrats! Congratulations! I wish to see.
A good reference point is this anime called Shadow House.
Shadow House.
I steal Andrew's nose.
It's a anime about shadow people.
Alright,
They're
I
called shadow
will.
people.
I will
It's
see
mostly like
y'all
sun or ash people.
later. Thank you
And these
very much for
shadow
hosting,
people
by the
have
way.
Yeah, no problem.
Kids or
Yeah.
faces to mimic
well.
and act as the shadows to be
I
their
believe.
faces. Good night.
Oh.
What the kids don't learn though is
Ari
that they
beat
turn to
through.
adults.
I apologize for yelling at the bee.
No, you're good. It's all in
Damn.
character. You're
Of
good.
her.
Hell yeah.
When the shadow people become an adult, they merge with their face, and the face is then killed.
Oh god.
That is essentially the system in place.
Sounds like
for
a horror anime.
equilibrium for the staff. That's how people
You're
got their
Is it
bodies.
like a horror
guaranteed the weapon in an
Anime?
alternate, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
binge watched the fuck
So when you
it's so
complete
good.
it, you get a
It's so
totem.
good. We binged the fuck out of it.
Right, and then you can like spend it
Shadow
on
House
a
is
like
actually
on
one
a
of the
class
inspirations for Little Miss,
sort of thing.
Yeah, you basically spend it. You spend your doubloon, and it gives you one whole weapon. I believe you
One whole
also
weapon.
Oh,
get a couple of
I
their
have seen
goodies.
part
Things like borders or whatever
the
for.
silhouetted red.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This girl and the blonde.
Yep. And these so there's more lore to it, but these shadows you start out as like tiny little baby sprites, and the shadows
The
form
title-
based off of the
I don't know
unconscious
if that's portrait
faces.
stuff yet. Oh.
Without
Maybe.
knowing,
I could have sworn
'cause
there
they
was
don't
stuff for like
remember doing
portraits.
that, and then
But I
the
could be wrong.
unconscious face that they turned and took like the silhouette
I know about the
appearance of
title
becomes
one
their
because there's
servant
always
slash
people
face.
walking around with
And the faces are
the ultimate
kids
something.
taken from villages and then like
What?
raised with soot.
What the?
I thought we were friends, Sakoto.
You might get some ideas.
We are.
To be
Friends stab
completely
each other,
honest
though.
with you, to be completely honest. with
Oh, you know what?
Yep,
You're right.
yep,
You're getting
might
into
get
this
some
fern
ideas,
spirit.
honestly.
Okay. I'll put it on the backlog. Yeah, I do. I had no idea there was a second season or a third
Yeah,
coming
it's
out.
the school season. I can see you.
I'm aware.
Whoa, booger shoes upon
I
you.
would like. If I was trying to make you not see me, I would look like this. Oh.
Hey, you get back here.
Oof.
Quickly just hop over to the Shadowfell. You see Edgar chasing you.
I'm not talking to you.
Edgar, you're actually interesting. Get back here.
Oh my fucking god.
You're actually interesting. Get back here.
Those Yeezys.
Fushigi.
Yeah. They're totally fake, but they're totally real. Oh, what the fuck?
Surprise, Sakoto.
I think I'm gonna make
Surprise Dakota boot to the face. Jesus Christ.
All right, see how I'll send you a screenshot of something later.
Line models, so I can add them to the equilibrium map in time for Friday.
Oh, it's like NPC, not NPCs, but yeah, NPCs.
I did
Standing
Jonas's
around.
model, so I have his portal, so I can easily just set that
I should
up.
probably
But
wrap
I need
up for
to
the night as
put
well.
Last line soldiers.
I'm getting hungry. I wanna go eat.
It's about that time.
Good stuff. Good roleplay, everybody.
I
tonight.
would.
I'm so sad.
I have leftover pizza in the
I knew it was coming, but I was like, fuck. Also, it was really sweet at the end.
Anyways.
Like the awkward like hug pat thing. I was like, aw.
Yeah, he thinks she'll survive. She just needs time.
She
That
was
this was bound to
staying
happen
up
in
all night watching
the Aegis
movies.
mission.
Well, here's the thing, right? An Aegis mission would
Right.
have been a lot more controlled than the chaos that was fucking that.
Very
to
true.
be
Yeah, the
completely
way
honest.
she was,
Usually they are. There's never a guarantee that the agents will somehow hold themselves together.
See, you say that, but
Yeah.
oblivious, Kiki watched a person fall off of a roof and go splat directly in front of her.
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, she jumped into full cyberpunk
Okay.
violence
So
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have taken the Aegis mission for the first trauma.
That's that good.
Hey, it's okay. We'll be back there soon. Maybe. We'll see.
That's the one that sticks with you.
Yeah, maybe.
Alrighty, good night, everybody.
Yeah, my controls are also out.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to all scatter.
Yeah, I'm also going to scatter.
Good
night.
Scatter!
Everybody.
There, totally killed him.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks for coming.
Good night.
All right. Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to raid? I see a couple of people. I'll go get Corvu. Are they in Aether now?
Yeah, it was, well, I was choosing between... To be fair, I'm gonna be honest. I was in a predicament where Joel, Gwydion, Emily, and Alora wanted to save their friend Squidman
Would you like this remember that?
from Mishka's stuff.
Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck she's up to, but anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow, we're gonna hang out, probably play some Zenless for a while. We'll get through some of the new content, some new story stuff, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be sponsored, so there's gonna be some unusual stuff on the stream, all that kind of stuff, so be ready for that. There'll be clicks if you guys are, whatever you can call them, the fucking link or whatever. Codes. If you guys are interested in playing the game and you want cool stuff for it. Aside from that, if I don't see you guys tomorrow, expect in the afternoon, probably gonna work on some stuff. I don't really know. I don't know what my day is gonna look like tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyways, good night. Thanks for watching. Bye. Why did I sing that? Bye. Bye.